Double D?
Yeah, man. Well, turn it up, man.
Let's just go in and, like, kill all the orcs, right? They're the bad guys, who gives a shit? We just hack and slash and we loot their dead bodies, right? Hack and slash, kill them all, you know, conquer the infidels.
Boy, that campaign sounds like a barrel of fun, doesn't it?
Somebody who's opening a refrigerator and leaning in, right, is the language of a woman. Somebody who's opening their refrigerator and being cut off halfway through that lean is the voice of like a mermaid or a siren. Right?
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, you know, white dudes in a basement. Which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough.
I just had to be born with empathy and a weakness for socialism and femboys.
You gotta put a little hot sauce on the taco, you know what I mean?
We want this dwarf to be the dwarfiest dwarf.
Right.
We want the elf to be the elfiest elf.
And just the dashiest dash of Tabasco.
Their voices need to carry across water.
I'm a creative. It's a huge drain, right? Because fans can be awful.
When we got the descriptions, they were very adamant. They were like, try not to make it like a white blonde guy. Like, please, like, we love him, but there's like 500 million of them.
The diversity that the characters need to have needs to reflect the gaming world now. The mix of people that are playing these games, you know, it's not, 13-year-old white boys held up in their basements. It's a very diverse crowd,
You say white lives matter, they don't. White lives don't matter because white lives aren't a thing.
What's this? What's this? It's the jacket. The jacket.
Lutherville, Marina Del X, Otisburg. Who's this monster? She's got her own place. Otisburg. It's a little bitty place. Otisburg. Okay, I just wiped it off. That's all. It's a little town. Yep.
Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks. 5, 4, 3. Great, Sam.
We dumping chump. It's a landslide, sir.
On guard.
Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
Double zeros, baby!
Yeah.
3,
2, 1. I'm just...
7, 8,
48, 49, 50. Usain Bolt ran a 100-meter dash in that time.
Damn.
All right.
We got a lot to get to. We got a lot to get to.
We do.
Let's kick it off. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shibuya.
Yep, they are the derpiest Marvelous Mr. Mean. Thank you for being a member. Exactly.
Who's not a member?
At this point, thanks to the largesse of a couple of people, I think pretty much everybody's covered.
Amen.
Get them with the back to it. Get them with the home and home. Yeah, got you into D&D. Yeah, Elmore was a little bit like we were Errol Otis, like the magenta box, if you will. You guys were like red box. Yeah, but he is such a phenomenal artist. Is a phenomenal artist still. Yep. Greetings, Grogs. Hello, Badger. Patrick. Wife was just comparing the new improved Tannis to the screwed up Jesus. Yep. If you noticed, I put that in the thumbnail, Patrick. Yep. Chomp, chomp.
You know
Good to see you here. Woot, hail chat. Webhead Mike. That's our link to Scott Garibay there. Double S, Snake Girl, Sean. Hail to you, brother. Thank you for being here. Hello there, TWB. Let's go, Patrick. Absolutely. No one of consequence. Yep. Hello.
Shark.
Yep. Shark. Femboys. And Jeffram. Looks like the gang's all here pretty much.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah. What's up, Giganosaur? Good to see you. Yep, we need more fat black lesbians. We're working on it. Hungar, I'm sorry I missed your chat. Yesterday was my birthday, so
Happy birthday, Double D.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. It's not one you want to celebrate. Trust me. It's one of those somber ones. Thank you, guys. Patrick hitting us up for $5 already. Thank you, brother. Shout out to the new and improved Tannis. Looking like the botched Eke Homo. Yeah, the digital art really pops. Yeah, we will do that right away.
Pops like a Pop-Tart.
I haven't seen this.
Well, you're in for a treat there, brother. You're in for a treat. Yeah, what does that even mean, pops? I don't know. Yeah, we may get into that too, Shark. We were just talking off air, me and you, about all that shit going on in Egypt. Fascinating stuff. Yeah. Yep.
And we know where all the UFOs are coming from.
Yeah. They wanted art that poops. Possible. Hiya, Chris. Yep. No one. I think it means pops like a zit. Yeah.
That was from Animal House. Yes.
Yes. I'm a zit. Yeah.
I haven't seen that in 1,000 years.
There you go. Yep. Laughing Crin. Yo, says Cal.
Cock is pretty good. I like cock.
I hit the wrong one.
Yeah.
Your name is Toby.
There
you go. Roy.
Hey, I'm having trouble reading today, man. Happened at a grocery store today, too.
I guess it is, Roy. I guess it is. Yep. Ancient people far more advanced than we've been taught. Yep. Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated. All you guys wishing me happy birthday. I see you. Thank you. Yeah, they do keep screwing up. They can't get out of their own way, Chris. They just can't. Did they find the Stargate? They may have. Also, I'm saying we'll get into it. It's pretty fascinating. It was only a matter of time before they tossed out the artists with Gygax. Yeah. Yep. All the pyramid stuff. Yep. Chris Miller has an RPG. Go to drive-thru. You can find it. It's called Angkor. It deals with this shit.
Go to Walmart.
Go to
Is it at Walmart yet, Chris?
We'll get a few more of these member chats, and we do have to get going.
We got to get to a show, guys.
I was going to say, I'll just be here reading these members. We have like 100 new members now, thanks to, like I said, some very kind people. But yeah, that's right. Yep. That's effing happy birthday, says Mac. Yep, thank you. Oh, yeah. Clyde's I love Clyde Caldwell, man. I don't know. Some people, old school, old heads, they can take or leave them. I like them. Yep. Always said there were pillars and tunnels. Yeah, they were telling us the truth the whole time.
Check this out. Breaking news.
It is at Walmart. Oh, my Lord. There you go.
Online.
All right.
I'm a big fan of Lockwood.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into anything, check this guy out. Shibuya.
Ooh. Recent lurker. Oh, first time commenter.
Yeah,
welcome.
we got you.
We'll be
Rock and
gentle
roll.
with you. We'll bust your cherry.
Streaky, I see you.
Yep. Yeah. Clyde Coomwell is one of my favorite artists. Yeah. Good to see you here, Black Lodge. DB, $5. You got scooped by Patrick, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with a silver medal draped around your neck. Yardog brothers and sword sisters, skull cracking time. Let's start with the soft body artists. You can't hurt their fifis. LOL. Yep. So, I'm gonna go right over here now.
Nick's already out.
Nick.
Why?
He'll catch us on the replay.
Yeah, he's probably working. He has a very important job.
Take care, Nick.
So yeah, take care, Nick. We'll catch you on the
air
flippity
traffic
flip
controller. And
that's right. I broke this. I told you. I know I've mentioned it, but my source, who was 100% right, gave me a couple of tips where I beat everybody on the internet.
Bam.
And I mean everybody. First about that lunatic from Dragon Age Veilguard being hired by WotC. I scooped even Smash JT.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, exactly. And I scooped everybody on the VTT. So this guy knows what he's talking about. Okay, and he told me a while ago that Wizards of the Coast has a practice now. They will not hire white American male artists. They will hire male artists, but they have to be like Brazilian or something. And they will of course, hire women artists or, contract with them, I guess, to do work of any. They can be American, wherever. But they do not want to do business with white male American artists. It's not an allegation. Okay. It's a fact. Okay. So you hear it in my intro all the time. Try not to draw more white people. How do you think these people view white artists if they're telling you, like, we don't need any blonde white guys in our art? Yeah. Thank you. Kevin Lamb was at the GaryCon booth, and he learned that Larry Elmore was willing to do the covers for the new Dragonlance trilogy. And Larry was told, in no uncertain terms, that they actually just wanted a digital artist, because digital art has more pop. So instead of a cover like the one on the left, we get one on the right. There's your cover. Boring claptrap.
It's like Swiss Family Robinson.
Does she have something wrong with her shoulders and neck? It looks like she looks like she's hurting. Like, does she have a hump there?
It may be. Yeah. Let's.
I understand she's got the scarf on and all, but it just doesn't seem. I don't know. I mean, I'm just hypercritical or something. Or
no, it's jacked.
What?
There is like a bump of fabric there.
You just zoomed this up, and it's incredibly awful.
This is really bad.
Holy moly!
Yep. Yeah, could be some AI elements. Thank you, Chris.
Look how long her fingers are. Like she's a piano player.
Somebody else has a different idea of who she might be. First of all, we'll do comparisons, too, of what the great Larry Elmore did and what this artist did. And it's gotten to the point now, I'm not worried about hurting this artist's feelings. If Wizards of the Coast wants to do this to you, if they want to put your art front and center like this, when you're not ready for prime time, you're going to suffer the consequences. Maybe you need to self-edit and say, like, I'm not up for this job. Okay? Because those three figures in the front are all busted. They're all boring and busted. That fucking dragon looks like a dude. I mean, these long arms that they have, what the is that a tail or
you know
what
it
the
looks like in seriousness? If you just don't look at the head, it looks like those monkeys in Wizard of Oz.
Flying
yes, yeah. Except the monkeys were actually kind of frightening. I don't know if I'd be like, he's got like full like human legs, doesn't it look like it?
Yeah.
Like he's got like the thighs, the calves.
Like the monkey.
Yeah. It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, who's the black chick, says Roy. Yep.
What's this cover of? The cover of what?
New Dragonlance trilogy. Weiss and Hickman. No One of Consequence joined as a member. Thank you so much, No One of Consequence. Much appreciated, brother.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, what? You get two great, people that have great chemistry together.
You're right.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Well, two of them are women, right? I mean, so if they're women, they have to be scowling. And then we'll get into whatever that is on the right.
Like the covers in the past, all the past art. I love the sense of urgency in most of the art. There's danger. We're going to go into something dangerous. There's peril. Mm-hmm. And these people right here, just like, just another white guy. Jesus Christ.
And they will make, and Rogan too, they'll make fun of like the old art, like how it's posed. And it's like, are you kidding me? Literally hands on your hips. When Elmore did his art, it may look posed, but it's almost like you're supposed to like be coming up on them. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to be like emerging and coming up on them.
Yes, it was dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. DB for $5 as an art director for 25 years. If you can't take the critique, get the F out of my office. This is trash, and I'd never go to print with it. Yep.
I don't think
bingo.
I don't think these people care. They just want the paycheck, and they're backed by this company that obviously glorifies these shitty artists. So they're just going to pump out this shit.
Yeah.
As long as Hasbro keeps buying it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So there's no shame in their game.
Yep. They're just they're yep. Craig for $5 Canadian. Character on the right looks like a bearded lady, little bit. Do we got something for the Badger for $10 there?
We sure do. Hold on.
Something new, maybe. Maybe.
How much did she listen?
My favorite game of all time.
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and
She got to 25. May have to cut that one down a little bit. That was long.
What's longer, that or the applause?
Quiet. Badger, $10. Thank you, brother. Elmore should do a Kickstarter for dust covers. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea for the new books. Yeah, just don't brand them. Don't brand them, but just do the art to hide the god-awful artwork. Yeah, looking at it makes me sympathize with Belloc reviewing the contents of the Lost Ark. Go ahead, Rogan.
And maybe some insert art as well.
Yeah. But I tell you, you could do some quote-unquote unauthorized art and probably sell a ton.
Guerrilla art.
Yeah, guerrilla art. Yep. Destiny, Rosethorn, and her companions were transported to a time centuries before their birth, to the days of the Third Dragon War, says Mac. Is that what's going on here? Good art must be racist, like math is. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah. Let's good one, Shark. All right, so just to show you, this is Elmore. This is classic Elmore of those characters.
So they made one a woman then? I know that there's a woman in there, but like the one on the left.
I don't know if they did. Chad, you're gonna have to help me out here. Are they trying to replace some of these characters? I mean, we all recognize, on left, what's his name? But the Tannis, yeah. And the chick, what's the chick? Gold Moon, is that her name? The one in the middle.
Well, she's not gold anymore.
Yeah,
Chocolate Moon.
My dragon. I've never read the books, but I did run the first 4 adventures in 1993, which was really awesome. But we weren't using the standard ones.
Dude, woman.
Is this a straight up swap?
It is.
Wow. All right, so let's just not even.
Chris Miller says, "Oh no, you didn't."
Oh no, you didn't. Oh, okay. So Sturm is dead, but he's not replanted. It's supposed to be a black chick. Okay, yeah. So use these as just like art. It's like an art comparison. Of course, Tannis. You can compare apples to apples, and it really does look like that picture of Jesus that lady tried to fix. It's horrible.
Yeah, is this dude related to Voldemort? He's got no nose. I see a mustache and a beard.
Yeah, it's just kind of feathered out, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just fucking feathered out.
He's a V.
Yeah. We don't want any white blonde guys. We got 500 million of them. Direct instructions to 5e artists. Well, this is what you get. Awful. The one on the left too is not getting nearly enough. Bottom left. That's almost as bad. I know it's in shadow, but that shadow part is just so fucked.
Well, I mean, look at the shadow of Tannis on the left side. There's a little bit of shadow there.
The eye is so bad on that shadowed side.
Yeah.
It's just, whoa.
And I swear that lady has an elongated neck and a hump in the middle.
In the girl in the middle?
Yeah, the black chick, yeah. Came to mind was the sidekick in Nacho Libre. I look hideous, yes. Yep. I mean, oh my Lord. Hey, watch it, Cal. We love gingers.
Your name is Toby.
That's right. Keep reminding him. It does. Yeah, that's the irony, Chris.
Yes.
They wanted the digital art to pop, and it looks so muddled. So you're telling me that this does not pop, but this does. This pops, and this doesn't.
Is it? I understand there was a study regarding smell between Americans and the people in England. No, this is true. This is true. There's people in America are better at smelling like rain, or
yeah,
or the English people are not. You know, my thought on this is I'm going to spread this kind of wide. You know, is our sense of vision and understanding different than the people in Brazil in regards to pop and unpop? You know, muddy and crisp.
Brazil, it can be a little dirty from what I've seen in some quarters.
There's an obvious here's a template of what you could be doing right now. You don't have to do it the same as this, but at least do it right.
I mean, there's some good artists from down there. I don't doubt.
Well,
I see what you're saying too. I mean, I think this is the new norm. Snake Oil Sean, $10. Tell him what he won, Don Pardo.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Never, ever, ever. WotC's new art is straight trash. Absolutely. Yes, it is. Jeffrem, he's got $10 Canadian. Yep.
That's because it doesn't convert over. Right?
That's right. It's a little less.
$9.98.
Get a little less of a drop there. Thank you, Jeffrem, though. The woman on the left looks like Katiara, the dragon high lord who led the blue dragon army. Well, that would make sense with the blue dragon behind, I suppose. Yep. I think the middle is Tika. I've heard of Tika. A redhead barmaid turned adventurer. Looks like she was... Oh, it's the old replace the ginger with a black person. Okay. All right, well, thank you. I do want to read those original Dragonlance books. I used to look down my nose at them. Now seeing what the field has turned into, I'm actually getting excited to read those. Ryan Nikolai for $5. Thank you. Unreal that this is official. You could have easily convinced me. Condor finally paid for art. Yeah, it does look like something that may have appeared in an alternate reality in the Neo RPG. Yeah, the stained glass window looks like some AI added. Ooh,
I noticed that too. Right when you popped it up, I noticed that window.
Oh yeah, that makes no sense. And they didn't even bother to we got to clean this up, because you can clean this stuff up. Yeah. Fucking lazy, man.
Well, looking at the woman on the left, I see that the shade is on the right side of her face. But the rest of her body going down her armor, the shadows don't fall the same.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, her armor should be a little brighter on that left side, right?
Yes.
Yeah. To form a contrast. It seems like they got it with the middle chick, the lighting maybe a little bit better. But because it looks like they did it, but I don't know why.
Is the person on the left supposed to have a scarred face?
It's such a blur. It's like a blur almost.
Two-Face from Batman.
$10. He's got something coming. Thank you, North of the Rockies. Maybe they meant that it has all the artistic value of a pop zit. Could be. Oh, look at that. We got.
I see it.
Yep.
We're working our way down to it.
Yeah, her shadow's on the right, but the side faces the sun. Yeah.
Yes.
Bruce Lombardo. Oof.
Pay that man his money.
Mm-hmm. Pay him. Thank you so much, Bruce. Happy to see WotC upholding standards after suffering a headshot critical hit. Yeah. This artwork completely looks like someone spunked AI art. Look at the stained glass window, as somebody pointed out. Yep. All over a $3 booklet, complete with clip art map printed on the inside folder. Yeah, that's fairly well put, actually, Bruce.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of truth to that, too. Patrick 5. Jeffrem is onto something with diversity replacements. Ravenloft race swapped the Weathermay Foxgrove twins, after all. Which, I mean, I guess it's at some point you'd have to, and thank you, Patrick. At some point you'd have to blame Hickman and Weiss, right? I mean, if they signed off on this. From what I hear, Margaret Weiss is no fan of WotC these days. But
look at Bruce making it.
Bruce, 5 memberships.
That's awesome. Thank you.
We're gonna have memberships coming out of our wazoo backwards.
Nothing wrong with that.
We love it.
From the rooter to the tutor.
That's right. Thank you, Bruce. I really do appreciate it, brother. Yep. Badger, $5. Beyond the Art. Has there been discussion how Tanis, half-elven, is going to be addressed? Ooh, yeah. They weren't into half-breeds anymore. They painted themselves into a dreadfully small corner, says Badger. Yeah, half-breeds are verboten, are they not?
No more red bones?
I guess not. Interesting, huh? I mean, yeah, that does not pop. That pops. Are you fucking kidding me? That's just embarrassing.
Here's my favorite comment of the night.
Oh, yeah. Hey, now. All right, so here we go. Just...
It's Voldemort's brother.
I guess, yeah. The nose is... Look, this is something I could probably... I don't even know if I could do this level, but I'm not an artist. I'm not getting my work on a cover of a flagship release. This is not flagship cover worthy at all. Yeah, to me it's the eye on his right, I guess. As you're looking at it, the left.
Right.
That eye, to me, there's something wrong with it. Sometimes I can't say what's wrong with it. You know, maybe I don't know that much about art, but when you see something that doesn't look right, though, you know. Like I know, looking at that, like, okay, there's something fucked up about that. I mean, both eyes are not good. He'd look a little odd with just his left eye. But man, I don't know.
If that person were real live and standing right here, right now, that would be the ugliest creature in the world we'd be looking at.
That looks like my sister-in-law, Dawn. Minus the beard.
And I hate to say this because, you know, I don't want to trivialize, but sometimes I've seen horrible, like burn victims or something, you know, like in public, you know, and it's like, I'm kind of getting that sort of like vibe when I look at this. Where you almost want, you know, in their case, of course, you do feel sympathy. Here, I almost want to feel sympathy for this guy. Like, oh my God, my Lord, what's happened to you?
Yeah, what happened? Let's talk.
Yeah. Why does Tanis look like his kisses smell like Keystone?
Oh, true that.
Crisco kisses and caviar dreams.
Crisco kisses from last week. That doofus.
Look at this, and this is an undercover $10 one. Give them something.
They need to pay. Then give us your credit card, and then you're in.
Then you're in. Now you're in. More like Tanis, half-assing. Very good, Crawford. Thank you, buddy. But another one. Mm-hmm. AI Tanis looks like a bearded Rachel Zegler.
Oh boy.
Thank you, North of the Rockies. Yeah, we got that going home, my lord. Cornucopia. This is brutal.
Yes.
Yeah, they're dead.
Like that skit from Saturday Night Live. Remember, like, when they're firing Dana and Niff? Why do your eyes look like...
That was a good series of skits.
Why are you so wet?
Why are you so wet, Trenton? $2, Kyle. The dragon is asymmetrical AI with a Photoshop head. Let's go back and look.
I believe that.
Yeah. Having generated a lot of AI, you know, not for my adventure, for my table, you know, for our game, you know, I'll use AI, you know, robustly, you know, for people, places, and things. This has the look of AI that's maybe been slightly reworked. It's almost like they did the AI and then they just reworked the faces, if you know what I mean, and maybe the dragon's head. Doesn't it look like that?
I don't like it.
Mm-mm.
There's just something viscerally wrong with this piece of art.
Yeah.
Chris Miller's saying, look at the dragon's fingers.
Yeah, you know, Chris, I was almost going to say, boy, he looks almost human, like floating up there, like he's, you know, the greatest American hero flying. And then I'm like, oh no, I think that's the tail. Because and I'm looking, I'm like, well, no, that can't be the tail. The tail's where the tail, I guess, should be. That's an arm. He looks like the claw, like he's got like a lobster claw, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They deserve they should be piled on mercilessly for this. And it doesn't matter if fuck the artist. The artist cheated. Having worked with 2 fantastic artists for my project, I feel, oh my God, I feel so much better that I'm using people who know art rather than these fucking, I don't even know what to call them. Shysters? They shysters?
Opportunists. That's all I can think of. Here, we're going to throw money at an artist, to an artist from another country, whatever it is, who's salivating to wanting to work for this big company. So they're probably getting paid very, very little, and they're just they're going to suck up this art from these people as much as they can and justify it. It's crap.
Yeah. This has the look of someone who's a girl who's 25, 26, been out of school for just a couple years. How dare you take a cover spot away from Larry Elmore? You should be ashamed of yourself, whoever the artist was.
Now, this might be controversial. Maybe I shouldn't. I won't say it. I apologize. I'm not going to say it.
Well, you already twisted the bottle.
Go ahead. Come
Beer's
on.
open.
Okay, Elmore, they said no to Elmore. Right?
What's that?
They said no to Elmore.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just pretend for a second Elmore decided to go in blackface and change his name.
Could he?
Yeah. I would think he'd get hired.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's all that really matters to him, right?
That's what it sounds like. I mean, continuity and in a detail, in perspective, all that's out the window.
This is like, fuck, man.
I just use when I was younger, I used to see the Dungeons and Dragons art. I always imagined like, what would that look like on my arm as a tattoo? You know,
Yeah.
Like I know what this would look like. I know. And
You'd get a lot of sympathetic looks, like, oh man,
like, dude,
they can fix those now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Overkill says that black chick's all over the place.
That's not surprising.
Which one? Oh, that one.
Middle bottom.
Sacagawea.
I like
Blackagawea. Wow. There you go. You want the comparison even starker.
Hey, what I need you to do is the one on the left is too crisp. Can you
It doesn't
dumb
pop.
down?
It doesn't
Yeah.
pop nearly as much as we want it to. Make yours pop. Okay.
We don't have a modify button, but hit the muddy button.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just muddy that up.
Smear mud all over, your proverbial brush and lens and everything else. God, it's so stark. It's. Yeah, I don't get tired of piling on them. Fuck them, man.
Yeah, can you blur that?
Yeah. We need that blur filter. Yeah.
Your name is Toby.
Mm-hmm. Merciless. I love this guy on Twitter or X. A wood elf from Detroit. Like all the bracelets and shit.
Are there wood?
She just left that pawn shop. You know the one I'm talking about.
Yes.
That had their own reality show.
Yep.
Less gold.
Yeah. What the fuck? I'm surprised they didn't just give her like big hoop earrings too. If you want to see what you're missing, they didn't want this.
That was fucking. That's dynamic right there.
Oh, that's legendary.
Look at all that gold.
Oh yeah,
Look at all that treasure.
And the new version of her is now a woman, right? They put out an action figure for her, didn't they? Or him?
They say her. It's him though,
It is
according to
him,
Larry. Yeah, he's not just that. I mean,
look at the contrast in the colors and.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Stonework. It's
Got a story here. There's a chick hiding there under the rock, ready to pounce on that dragon once he comes out.
Before we get to it, this is perfect. Ruby Rod.
Ruby Rod. His arm was pop.
What a great movie that was too.
Oh yeah.
Bruce
again.
Let me find him something.
You called down the thunder. Well, now you got it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Bruce. $10. Condor DM size. I really don't feel like if I buy this, I'll be respected again. Who's going to worry about it in 5 years? I might be debuting the 7th edition with Money Matt and Carabay.
Bats.
I have a Condor video. It's a short one. Maybe we can check it out perhaps. And thank you again, Bruce, being very kind today.
Thank you.
Yeah, mucho
He
gracias.
hit some scratchers.
Yep.
His horse came in at the track.
Yep. All right, here. I just want to show you guys more of what you were deprived of. I mean, the guy can draw dragons, and there's no such thing, by the way, as dated dragon art. So I don't want to hear oh, that's the way it looked in the 80s or 90s. Fuck that, man. That's classic. That's an all-timer too. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Fucking all-timer there.
Is that the death of that dude?
Yeah, the dude that was on the original
Right.
cover, yeah.
Toby's got one.
They're getting back at Elmore. Yeah. For what, though? It's like he didn't even go into him half as hard as he should have, Cal. With that, when that whole cover fiasco thing broke, I think he just said no, it's a guy, and it's his artist's prerogative to say that. Hey, Wonky.
All right.
Yep.
Doc Flamingo's in the house.
You better stop coughing all over my weave. Hey, Doc, how you doing? Good to see all you guys here. Thank you so much. If you could, while you're at it, hit the like button.
Smash it.
Please do. Please do.
Mac, this crap is why Shadow Dark art looks so good. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to go with the simple black and white aesthetic, sometimes that's the better choice. It may appear simple, but I got news for you. It's better than that garbage we were looking at. Bruce for $2. Be sure to show Ruins of Adventure cover. All right, hold on. You guys talk while I look.
I like the spear. No,
that pic. The girl reminds me of Conan's mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, she was pretty sexy. I think. Who played her?
Chat.
Ruins of Adventure.
We'll ask Mousecock.
Yep.
He'll tell us.
Oh boy. Oh brother.
Do not know.
All right. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Oh, I can't download it right now. Yeah, look it up when you get a chance. Ruins of Adventure. Yep.
Naduska.
Well, here I'll just
was Conan's mom.
Okay. There you go. FRC1, yeah. Classic. Nice.
She's so good looking, she only goes by one name. It is. Naduska.
Yeah, you got to be something for that to happen.
Yeah, she was a very attractive lady.
I was definitely a MILF before I knew what a MILF was.
That's what. Hey, that's what Wonky just said. He just literally threw that up there.
Oh, really?
Conan's mom
Pure
was
MILF
pure
material,
MILF material.
And I promise, Wonky, I wasn't cribbing you there. That was straight from the heart. Patrick Demo, we should all buy an art print from Elmore's site. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah. And then make sure you tag on X. Tag Wizards of the Coast. I didn't buy your trash, your book with the trash cover. Because I don't know if it's a trash book.
Remember when, someone said, make book covers like we did in grade school?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, he should do that.
Paper bag it.
Yep. Just do a full piece, no wording, other than maybe his signature. Maybe it applies to the book. Maybe it doesn't.
I'd pay $20 for one of those.
Yep. Hey, all he's doing is just selling a book cover. Bruce gifted another membership.
Man, I'm telling you, his horse came in.
Yeah, your horse
Prickly
came in.
Pete.
Buddy. Yep. Lucky Lindy. I love this one too. Love this one on the ship. Beautiful. Yep.
I gotta even say the title is pissy.
Yeah. Garbage.
Weak.
Yep. They just can't stop. They can't stop.
They got to double down. They got to erase all the white people out of this. Out of this hobby.
Yep. Need this for just a second. Good. Leave that up. I'll take over. Yeah, Jim Holloway, 2 artists. I think I want to look back at it. Yeah. It's like everybody has their own. Everybody kind of has their own sort of era. Their art era. I'm a little bit more old school. Like I do love Elmore, Errol Otis, Jeff D. Man, but I still like a Clyde Caldwell.
I like stuff from Mr. Wright. That's who I like.
Thank you,
Mr. Wright. I do too.
Thank you.
He's a fan favorite.
He's my favorite.
He's a fan favorite of mine. I'm going to try to show you guys something too. There it is. There it is. All right. All right. So this happened as well. Go back. I'll need control here. Yeah, Gamehole Con. Alex Kammer, March 21st. These people. I cannot believe the timeline we find ourselves in, that a post like this is even conceivable. But to our Canadian attendees at Gamehole Con and partners, we are as dismayed as you are by the completely insane, narcissistic, and jingoistic nonsense coming from our administration. Oh, boo-hoo. A couple of jokes about becoming our 51st state. And also saying, well, gee, I guess if you're going to put a tariff of 200% on our dairy, we'll just do the same for this other product. Yeah, that's jingoistic nonsense. We assure you that you remain most welcome at our show. As if they weren't. Oh, my God. And we will do anything we can to make sure that you feel welcome and safe while visiting us here. This is the textbook definition of virtue signaling. This is, if you were to say, hey, explain to me, what is virtue signaling? This is it right here. Take something that's not an issue. Canadian gamers are not in peril coming to the U.S. to go to a game convention. Oh, then he has to do a little humble brag. My wife is a Canadian citizen, and both our kids are dual citizens. Oh, bravo. Bravo. I simply can't believe the destructive and absurd nonsense being communicated to you all. Elbows. What does that mean? Elbows up. What does elbows up mean?
Elbows up.
I don't know.
It's a Canadian thing, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you don't like.
Sounds a little
syrup on your elbows when you're eating those pancakes. I have no idea.
I'm just gonna assume it's something to do with gay stuff.
We got in the chat here last night on made his own game.
Oh,
Dinochrome testing it out tomorrow. Well, best of luck with that, sir.
Would love to hear about it.
Pulp action, nice.
Classic cars, dinosaurs.
Ooh, it's like the old comic and cartoon. Cadillacs and dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
Mrs. D loved that
Remember
show.
Bump and Jump at the arcade?
I don't think so. Maybe if I saw it. I don't recognize the name, though. I love that Gamehole Con is so welcoming. But I fear the real problems will be at border crossings and customs. What are you, smuggling drugs or illegals or fentanyl? Starting con planning conversations with the disclaimer of, if your country's regime hasn't bombed my country into oblivion by then, has been more than a little awkward, especially for someone like me who's seen this playbook once before in my birth. Oh, where are they? My birth country.
Elbows up is a hockey term.
Oh. How come I've never heard of it?
Cranky Smurf says it and Reiko says it.
Elbows up. Okay. I'll grab the super chat.
Okay.
Here. Thank you, buddy. Having Elmore art on the cover of one of my books would be a dream come true. That's because you're normal and have good taste, John Osborne. Can't believe WotC passed on him for that rubbish. Nor can I. Nor can I. I highly encourage you to just take a look at all of this whining and crying and virtue signaling. I'm appalled by what's happening. What? How could you be appalled? They think we're going to bomb them? Good grief. You want something that'll cheer you up?
I'm not down in the dumps, but okay.
Bring it.
Well, after seeing that art.
That girl in the middle drives me crazy. The guy on the
Yeah.
right was bonkers. The girl on the left was shadow dark. I don't know. It was all... that flying monkey.
Yeah, the blue monkey.
Bruce.
Bruce again, $5. Alex is just an author. He means well. I don't know about that, Bruce. Typically, I can't imagine that he would want to really be divisive, especially at a convention. From what I was reading, Bruce, it kind of sounded like that to me. Maybe I'm misreading it wrong. But whenever I see that kind of stuff, I already can tell so much about that person's like personal life. Like how they handle business, as we might say. And yeah, I'm not impressed. It certainly wouldn't make me want to buy anything he's written. That's for sure.
Welcome, Matty Q.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Drama queens. Yep. Exactly, Surly.
Ain't that the truth?
Exactly. You guys want to see some karma?
Bring it.
Karma on the subway?
I like that.
That's why he won. Because people like you. That's why he won.
All right, so you probably heard someone, sounds like a brother, saying, that's why he won. That's why he won. We got a Karen, a lunatic lefty Karen on the right, lecturing a young man in a red hat. I'm sure we all know what that red hat says.
Looks like it says like 47, 48.
Yep. For 45, 47.
45, 47.
Yep. Probably certainly a MAGA hat. Young man, very proud. I don't even think he might even look Asian or something. So this chick is getting into him.
That is why he won, because of people like you need to stop and let him live.
Bro, just like, bro, chill, bro.
You're okay with that? He's a racist.
Hello, bro. How can I be
He's
racist,
a
bro?
racist. If you fucking voted for Trump, you're a racist. He's a racist.
How can I
He's a racist.
be racist?
No, he's not. Leave him alone.
Doesn't watch the news.
You realize he was the Democrat.
I'm highly educated.
Oh, are you? Then why are you wearing that hat?
Everything's going up for I don't know how long. The Democrats have been running New York since who knows how long. But then Trump comes in and just takes over.
Alright, well, this is my style. I hope you enjoy the hat.
Here comes the karma. Watch close. Boom! Out of here.
Does the subway go? Does it leave her behind?
Right on her fat face.
Face plant, and
Yep.
you lost your ride.
That's where that's what should happen to all these women. Face plant on the dirty cement. Bruce Lombardo.
Didn't it look like someone took her picture real quick too? At the
Oh
end?
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they're making memes of that now, left and right. Him like lifting his hat off, and her like almost in like mid fall. Somebody caught it like perfectly. Yeah, the left, who's tried to stay with their friends, they don't really want to go off the reservation. I can't imagine they want to cut 50% of income. Well, yeah, I mean, I do sort of get that, but it's at some point, it's like, what level of craziness are you willing to put up with? Like Adam Carolla said this, he was trying to like, I think in a roundabout way, kind of defend Jimmy Kimmel, being like, what do you want these late night hosts to do? You know, if they say that they're Republicans, guess what? 90 to 95% of your guests will not come on because they simply will not talk to a Republican. You know, so you're going to be talking to like Scott Baio and, you know, Gina Carano. As much as I love Gina Carano, but like you'll be getting like that level of guests, which would be fine with me. I'd still rather talk to those people. But they want to talk to like the you know, George Clooney's, these fart sniffing Hollywood cocksuckers. So they have to.
Cock is pretty good. I like.
So, you know, they have to kind of play the game, but I would also say like they're not just playing a game. Like when it especially when it comes to someone like Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert. I mean, they're true believers. I think Jimmy Fallon might be a little less crazy than some of them, but he found out the hard way what happens when you're nice to Trump, post 2016. They corrected him real quick. Doc for 5. Canada is safe. Bombs and jet fuel are expensive. Not worth it for the potential of killing maybe a half a dozen moose. Yeah. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, Doc. It's just not worth the squeeze. Dang.
Check this out.
This guy going to town again. Snake Oil Sean, 5 memberships. Thank you, brother. As always, much appreciated. Thanks for showing up and taking part of the chat. All of you guys.
You get a membership. You get a membership.
You get everybody.
You get one. You get one.
160 watching, 84 likes. Come on, peeps.
Come on, peeps.
Listen to Chris. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Hit that like button.
Get his shit at Walmart.
In the words of our our enemy, do better. Do better. Let's watch a little Professor
DM back with more news about Sigil, the struggling Dungeons and Dragons VTT.
Press pause real quick. Go back 1 second and just press pause.
Go back a second.
1 second.
All right, 1 second. There?
No. It was a picture of that animal. Right there.
Owlbear?
Yeah, that looks like his wang. Right there. I know it's the shadow on his leg.
It's a shadow. Yeah,
what a horrible still photo.
Yeah, might have just caught the wrong light. Yeah. Well, he's hung pretty impressively there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that blow. That critical hit.
Critical hit it.
VTT. Last week.
I remember when someone's
Wizards
character
of the
killed an owlbear, and somebody else's character took the credit.
You're not bitter, though.
Oh, no, it wasn't me.
Who was it?
Crazy Mouse's character killed an owlbear, and Stern took the credit.
Oh, jeez. Jiminy Christmas. That's Stern. If you're listening.
Stern. We need to have that as a drop. The old Stern. Hungar for 5. Good to see you here, buddy.
I'll give him one.
Clear out of here!
Hungar always gets one. He's a made man. If you're not hitting that like button, what are you doing with your life? Brought to you by Carl's Jr. All right. They pay me because I do. Thank you, Hungar. Doc for 2. I cast chlamydia on the owlberries.
Fired 90% of the Sigil development team, and now we have a much better idea why, thanks to a leaked memo, the contents of which I'm going to share with you today on Dungeon Craft.
Yeah, he's one of the few that'll engage with me on X, Shark. Like, I made a joke about breaking this, and he said, yeah, I did see that. And then I made a joke about bringing Deathbringer over here to our side, and he very pithily said, well, Deathbringer is for sale to the highest bidder. So there you go.
Remember people thought we were making fun of him?
Yeah, we were gently poking fun that he reminded us of Andy Rooney. And honestly, that's he would have got the joke. So yeah, we've never really taken a shot at Professor DM, nor will we ever.
Welcome to Dungeon Craft. I'm Professor DM, and this channel is about all things tabletop role-playing games. Deathbringer.
Like, subscribe, bell, comment, newsletter, Facebook, X, and Patreon for bonus content.
All right, it was last week that Wizards of the Coast let go 90% of the Sigil development team after a very rocky rollout. A lot of my viewers didn't even know the thing was up and running. Now we have more details thanks to Rascal, which is an independent site, and this article is by Chase Carter. If you're not familiar with Rascal, Lynn Kodega, who broke the OGL scandal, works there, along with Chase Carter. Now, people have asked, is this document, this internal memo, is it legit? Lynn and Chase are real reporters with real journalism standards, so they have to have multiple sources.
Lynn Kodega is the tranny who broke the
seat.
That's a seat. I like where your mind is, though. No, the OGL story way back. So, and I think he is just like living off.
Speaking of breaking the seat, you know that chick lost her lawsuit against Lyft.
Oh,
the rapper.
Yeah, the huge black chick. Yeah.
I digress.
As we said, should have called forklift.
Or they won't print it. So, yes, I have every reason to believe that this is true. I'm not going to read the entire thing, just the greatest hits. Wizards of the Coast laid off 30 people. A former WotC employee who wished to remain anonymous shared with Rascal a screenshot of an internal message sent to staff. Senior game rules specialist Andy Collins confirmed several details in a LinkedIn post. The memo reads, "Dear team, I want to share with you an important update regarding Sigil. After several months of alpha testing, we've concluded that our aspirations for Sigil as a larger standalone game with a distinct monetization path will not be realized."
All right, so you could have just stopped it there. And then that makes me want to go back. All the people I was calling out last week in my comments who were like, "How can you say this? They just released it. Bro, you don't understand computers. They laid off all the creative staff because now they can just manage it with 3 people.
It was all beta tested.
Yeah, it's all beta. Now they're good to go. This is what smart companies do. You're all fucking simps. You're all WotC simps."
Most of the Sigil team.
Bruce is jetting tonight.
Oh, okay. Yep.
He's got to go. He's got early
to
now.
wrap up 40th.
Yeah.
There you go. Bruce, thank you very, very much.
Thank you so
sir.
much for tonight.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Much appreciated,
you.
brother. Catch us on the replay.
Yeah.
From this point on.
There's that before you.
Yep.
go.
Hungar. Now that Goldmoon and Riverwind are brown, is it Riverwind and Gold Tooth? Should have put an F at the end there. B+ on that one, Hungar.
Will be separated from the company this week. And that's corporate speak for we're firing them. However, we're proud of what the Sigil team has developed and want to make sure that fans and players on DDB can use it. To that end, we will transition Sigil to a D&D Beyond feature. I want to take a...
The only good thing I can say about WotC is apparently I had heard a rumor that they are giving those folks their bonuses that they let go. Like they had some withheld bonuses or something. So I guess on the way out they are paying that out. So
that's good at least.
I mean, if you're gonna fire them, I guess that's the least you could do.
It's like their severance package almost.
Yeah, it's all pretty much like just like
I
a
wonder
severance.
if they had to sign a the non-disclosure.
Yeah, NDA.
DNA.
I don't know. I mean, that Andy Collins is already talking. Even he's not saying too much spicy, but he's talking even more than someone who you would assume is under a non-disclosure. So my guess is probably not. Look, it's a failure. Like I said in my video, my source said nobody was using it. They did all that hard work and nobody was using it.
Moment to praise the entire Sigil team for their incredible work. The team should be proud of their achievements. They always say that. They always say that they're proud of you right before they fire you. How did work go, honey? Well, I got fired. But bright side, the company said they're proud of my achievements.
Every time you say the word "but," it means ignore everything I just said.
Yeah.
Here comes the important part.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you can grab that one. Asterion, good to see you here, sir. $2. What's going on, people? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
You joined us right in the swing of things, sir.
Rascal spoke with one of the affected workers who asked to remain anonymous, and they confirmed the text of the internal message. The employee told Rascal that the atmosphere surrounding work on Sigil had felt off and increasingly strained since last year following a somewhat disastrous tech demo as part of a Gen Con 2024 performance with Brennan Lee Mulligan, etc. Sigil's sudden
I remember that. Yeah, remember they all had computers?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's WotC's problem. I mean, that's their fault for maybe rushing things when it wasn't ready. And you can do harm when you do that. And I guess they did. We didn't get into that nearly as much as we probably should have, huh?
death was more of a murder, according to
What's up, Double G?
The employee. They describe a
Good to see you, brother.
company-wide lack of coordination during their tenure, where they never interacted with the book publishing team and only stumbled into the already existing Maps VTT by accidentally signing up for an internal playtest believing it was Sigil. The employee claims WotC engineers would constantly clash with the D&D Beyond staff over access to the latter's fiercely protected internal data. Sigil's original vision was to eventually move beyond D&D to encompass My Little Pony, Transformers, and the rest of Hasbro's vaunted license portfolio. Over time, the team narrowed its scope to creating a D&D application for PC and mobile devices. Project development apparently suffered from a lack of corporate leadership throughout its lifetime.
Shocking. Lack of leadership. I mean, I know they did, get rid of what's her name, the old CEO. Now they got Chris Cox. But yeah, I mean, my source just said they didn't really know what they were doing. I don't want to say they had like no guidance, but there was like, I think they had grand ambitions of having this be a $1 billion brand, but they don't understand how to do these things. Whenever WotC gets involved with technology, it's never usually it never usually works out, unless it's just like a third party thing like Baldur's Gate, where they just essentially license the name, and all the D&D stuff. $2 for the Edgelord? Isn't there an add-on PDM for something like Sigil? I am not sure. I'm sure the chat will be able to assist there. Thank you, Edgelord, though. Yeah, like I said, you're dealing with a VTT, not even a neophyte. Ignoramus is probably more like it.
First from Wizards of the Coast's inexperience as a video game studio, and later from a distinct lack of interest in what Chris Kao and his team were creating. The employee ascribed this disconnect to the company's outdated standards and a bureaucratic morass everyone wades through to complete work or communicate with other teams. The employee believes that Hasbro treated Sigil like a video game instead of a VTT, and at no point cared to understand the difference. While public perception focused on monetization from the jump, the company apparently...
And the thing is, this is supposed to help your D&D games with other people. And from what I've heard from a lot of people is there was like a tool package in like Neverwinter Nights from like the early to mid 2000s that still works. It actually works quite well as far as like creating maps and all kinds of like other stuff. Maybe they should have just kind of refined all that stuff instead of just, stringing these employees along, making them believe, they were creating something this company was going to stand behind. But this is the most cowardly company. I mean, they did it with 4th edition. When people started to cry, they could have tried to stand behind it. They didn't even bother. And a lot of people are like, well, that's a good thing, and maybe it was. But in the same respect, it doesn't give you, warm and fuzzy feelings if you're an employee there that they're going to stand behind your work. Yep, have to go. Midnight over there.
I know.
Yep,
a lurker no more, though, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Streaky Bacon.
Yep. We'll catch you next week.
Join us for the early part of the show next week if you can.
Apparently expected Sigil to create revenue in a similar fashion to Magic the Gathering or Baldur's Gate 3, simply by existing. When that proved not to be the case, the employee said Hasbro pushed Sigil out of the nest and were uninterested if it managed to fly before crashing to Earth. The employee described a meeting only a month ago where Collins asked leadership about their vision for Sigil going forward. Nobody was able to provide a clear answer.
So what did he do? They're in a meeting. So what are we doing with this? And everybody just kind of looked at their watches, coughed, looked out the window.
Wow.
What do you think the Seahawks are going to be doing next year? Sorry, the brand that you were telling people you were going to monetize and make $1 billion off of. Do you guys have a vision for that yet, or are we just winging it as usual?
Winging it.
And
they just did. They told him he was fired. Judging by the size of the team and the rough salaries, the employee estimated Hasbro invested $20 to $30 million into Sigil so far. Oh, there is so much to unpack here, and we will do so right after a message from our sponsor, Battle Zoo Ancestry's Living Legends.
What is it?
Sorry, I'm not gonna subject you guys to the battle zoo.
We'll give you our own commercial. Hold on.
Living legend.
Now for my analysis. In December 2023, I previewed Sigil with lead designer Cale Stutzman and Chris Kao, Wizards VP of Digital Game Development. And it was exactly what they described in the commercial on the official D&D YouTube channel.
Ooh, right in the package.
Yes.
Right in the nuts.
Now it's gone.
That's why it was so red and swollen.
Digital sandbox.
Well, he had a set of cubes on him, didn't he?
Woof, singed off.
He had the zipper gripper.
Right in the store.
Featuring terrain and customizable miniatures. And I asked them point blank, are you going to be doing skins and loot boxes and charging digital currency for a +5 Holy Avenger? And they
Chris,
said,
that's for you.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Hook up?
Yep.
no, this is not what this is about. And at the time, I thought it looked pretty cool. And yeah, the dice worked a little bit glitchy, but I assumed they'd figure that out before they actually rolled out the product. At the same time,
Edgelord, $2. That's the guy from Red Letter Media.
Wizards president Cynthia Williams was saying the Dungeons & Dragons brand was under-monetized and they were looking to create recurrent
Cynthia.
revenue streams like you see in video games. Williams had been handpicked by Hasbro CEO Chris.
Yeah. Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah. Remember when we thought we were really cool and people just thought of us as Lenny and Squiggy?
Hello. Hello. Hungar is out of here.
Peace.
Good to see you, brother.
Clear out of here!
Clear out of here. I will take a rain check coming on your channel, Hungar. Just DM me. I owe you one. Yeah, like I said, I was busy yesterday. It was Double D's.
Line up that spanking machine.
Yep. Although, and the good news is, Crazy Mouse and I found a new corner bar we can go to.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it was good.
Right on 12th by the airport. 12th.
That's the name of it.
Yes, 12th Street. 12th Street Pub.
We just told you where it was and what it's called.
On the north side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the old Rocco's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I haven't been there in a gazillion years.
It's nice. Clean. Friendly, friendly staff, customer base. Maybe a little over-friendly at times.
Yeah.
But
He was a little liquor.
Yeah, I had a drunk come over and...
thought we were rugby players.
Yeah, thought we were rugby players.
Okay.
Mercurius, good to see you, brother. Gifted a membership as well. Mr.
Very nice.
Steady Eddie, Mr. Consistency. Thank you so much.
What's that supposed to mean?
International airports.
Yeah, thank you.
I guess we used to do flights to Canada at some point. We don't anymore, though.
Cox is his replacement at Wizards after he was promoted to CEO of Hasbro. In April of 2024, Williams resigned after just 2 years as president. I can't read minds, but I suspect she realized the VTT and other initiatives were not going to meet those recurrent revenue expectations. Her replacement, John Haidt, formerly of Blizzard, was one of the architects of the World of Warcraft. He started work around July 18th, and just a week later, Wizards held that live D&D event at Gen Con with Brennan Lee Mulligan and Neil Newbon, who voiced Astarion in Baldur's Gate 3. I wasn't there, but by all reports, the first half was exciting, with the audience cheering and laughing.
In the drawing?
Maybe that was the model.
Oh, could be.
But in the second half, they demoed Sigil, and the energy dropped as the combat ended.
Oh, do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah,
remember
they were.
that.
Yeah, because the audience was kind of like into it, and then they're like, "All right, let's do this," and you could hear like a pin drop in that place as they just. But it's like nobody took that step outside and say, wait a minute, how's a crowd going to react to this? You're engaging almost directly with them.
You're right.
Now all of a sudden, all 5 of you are staring at your computer screens.
Yeah.
So but who took the hit? It was Sigil that took the hit. Guess what? A VTT is not made for people sitting around a table playing with each other. I mean, it was a disaster from its inception.
Suffered serious lag times. Chris Cox was reportedly not happy, and around December, the decision was made to release Sigil in February, bugs and all. It sounds crazy to just mothball a project that you just spent $30 million on, but CEOs and corporations do this all the time. It's called sunk costs, where a person is reluctant to abandon a strategy or course of action because they've invested heavily in it, even when it's clear that abandonment would be more beneficial. That relationship, you had it for 5 years, and you spent spent so much time.
That looks like the guy from last night.
It does, yeah. The guy on the left. Guy on the left looks, boy, he really does, doesn't he?
That's him.
Crazy Mouse and I, we were sitting at the bar, and this guy was mollered up pretty good. Not in a mean way. He was just very demonstrative. He was like standing right beside me, and he brushed me. He's like, "I'm sorry I hit you, brother." And that was his in to start talking to us for about 10 minutes. And he was drunk, but he was very nice. And he looked exactly like this guy.
Yeah.
He was telling us about the cop that was supposedly set up across the road.
No one saw him.
We didn't see him. We didn't see any cop.
Time together.
I caught that too.
Playing
I
with
caught
each
that
other.
too. I caught that too.
Yeah. This looks like one of those like marriage like videos. Like, we need to go to therapy. Like, I'm not sure why Prof put this as like filler video, but it's an interesting choice.
And you want to work it out. It's not working out.
Face it.
You got to make it
over.
No, you
Cox
got to make it
decided
work
to
out.
cut bait just as he had done with Hasbro's E1 Entertainment division. And this is
who's girl?
That girl on the right was.
Oh,
the
girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, she's good. Here, hold on. Let's go back. Yeah. Yeah, I got news for you. 98% of you guys in the chat, you're not kicking her out of bed. As my mom said about the old coach of the, I believe the Tennessee Titans, Jeff Fisher, she said, he could park his slippers under my bed any day.
Christmas.
I'm like, Mom. She's like, well,
Dad's right there.
for 5 years, and you spent so much time together, and you want to work it out. It's not working out.
Face it, it's over.
Cox decided to cut bait just as he had done with Hasbro's E1 Entertainment division. And this is normal for big companies. They spend millions of dollars a year on R&D, and many of those projects get mothballed. Google and Apple have been trying for 10 years to develop VR headsets. Warner Brothers mothballed an entire Batgirl film that they had shot and already spent over $100 million on. Companies cancel these projects and use the loss as a tax write-off against their earnings. Now, you might ask, how can this company be this incompetent?
Let me just tell you something, because you'll hear this. I'll give you the CPA insider. Whenever you hear, oh, it's a tax write-off against earnings, that's nothing more than a silver lining. It is not like you get all that money back. You essentially get what you would have paid in taxes as far as a percentage on that money. So if you're paying taxes at like 30 or 35% as a corporation would, 30, although I don't know what it's down to now. I think it's like 28 or something, maybe even lower. It's been a little while since I've looked at it. That's all you're recovering when you can use it to offset, your earnings. So whenever you hear people say that, like, oh, I'll just write it off against my taxes, you're trading $1 for 20 cents.
Do you remember Kramer? Just write it off. And Jerry's like, do you know what write-off is? No, I don't. But they do. And they're the ones writing it off.
What's the way I feel as like as an accountant sometimes? Like people don't understand what this stuff actually means. It should always be like, you should always put it in terms of, well, at least I can write it off, I suppose. It should always end like a little somberly, like, yeah, well, at least I get to write it off. Julio. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
But I'm gonna go with my instinct on this one. Saddle up, partner.
What a good movie.
You're showing great restraint not busting out the new one that you asked for.
I know.
He's waiting for the right chat.
I am.
It's easy, and anyone that's ever worked at a Fortune 500 company can tell you why. There are layers of bureaucracy at Hasbro. CEO, presidents, board of directors, senior vice presidents, VP of toy and licensing, VP of global HR, VP of global e-commerce, VP of application development, chief digital information.
I wonder how many. I do see a lot. I do see some women there.
Jessica.
Yep, there's a lot.
Holly.
Yeah,
Emily.
There's quite a few.
Nura.
Linda. Johan.
Doesn't look like,
Lauren.
It doesn't look like there's all men here, so.
Christine.
I see a Kim.
Becca, Craig.
So we can say safely women were roughly 50% responsible for this debacle.
Yeah. Officer, VP of Legal, Chief People Officer, and Interim Chief People Officer. And that's just Hasbro. Wizards of the Coast has its own corporate structure. There are 12 people working in finance, 38 people working in sales, 80 people working in marketing, and 160 people working
Mea culpa,
in
Joe.
IT.
Mea culpa.
That's just the C-suite. That's not even counting all the designers that work on Magic, Dungeons & Dragons, and the video games. It's totally in line with what 5e former lead Mike Merles told me when I interviewed him last month. I don't remember if it's in the YouTube version or
Wait,
the
is that the guy
Patreon.
that doesn't stop talking?
It is.
Oh,
is.
boy.
It is.
Oh.
Motor
Oh,
mouth
boy.
Mike. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
boy.
motor mouth
Holy
Mike. Yeah.
moly. That interview's still going on.
At least he stayed on topic, but holy cow.
Asterion $5. How does anything get done when you have this many people who have all the same title? Yeah, I mean, I work for a F500 company too. Yeah, there's a lot of layers. Chief Menstruation Officer.
Stop it.
Version. And it might not even been my show.
Don't stop it. Give us
It
more.
might have been Ben Milton's show. I get them all confused. But Mike said the most frustrating thing about working with Wizards of the Coast is these layers of bureaucracy between the people creating things.
Hold on. Go back literally just a tiny bit. And I mean a very tiny bit. That's the same girl.
Oh, wait. Hold on. You gotta let me.
Right there.
Oh, hold on. You gotta stop moving the mouse. Hold on 1 second, because when you move it.
That's her right there.
Yeah, that's her.
She's in this meeting.
All right, when we get there, I will stop, and then you can tell us where.
Right.
Yep.
Right there.
Right on the corner, on the right-hand side of the glasses. Yeah.
It's the same girl.
Oh, yeah, he's pulling. He probably has the same suite of stock footage, I bet. Yeah, and they do reuse these actors. I've seen that where I work, too. Yeah.
Good looking in the meeting, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not bad. Not bad.
Of bureaucracy between the people creating.
I want to see the one on the left turn around, though. I guess we're only going to get to see her from the back.
Things and the people.
Whoa. He looks angry. That is an angry gay man. That is I told you I don't want to go to that restaurant.
Actually consume.
Yes. You know the wait staff there. It's terrible.
Doing those things. Got a good idea. There's the project lead, and then they have a boss, and then they have a vice president, and then somewhere up there it goes into C-suite. I could just imagine the reports on Sigil's progress landing on some vice president in C-suite's desk and just sitting there for a week because they're on vacation in Bahamas. And then they come back, they pass it to the next vice president who's on vacation in Bermuda.
Elbows
That's
up,
the kind
long
of
shot.
thing that
Elbows
happens
up.
in these big companies. Meanwhile,
Butts
leaner
up.
and meaner companies are eating Hasbro's lunch. The Tailspire VTT.
That did look like
often
Donald Trump
advertised on
Jr.
this
holding
channel.
that
They've
meeting
got a
edge, Lord.
staff of about 3 full.
Yeah, the TPS reports.
That's a good movie, too.
Yeah, so I'm going to need
full-time people, and they've got skin in the game. They're using their own money. Arcane Library just launched Shadow Dark Western Reaches on Kickstarter. Raised over $1.5 million and counting. There's only 2 people working at that company. That's the creative team and the corporate structure. And D&D Beyond has its own problems. I saw a video this morning. I'll include a link to it. It's by Mystic Arts DM. This guy is young, loves 5.
D&D Beyond's an open letter to D&D. 53K views. Mystic Arts.
He loves D&D Beyond, so he is their demographic audience. And he was complaining that the features are outdated.
He's a
that
white guy, though.
The search features don't work well. He's frustrated
How could he be their
to the
target
point
audience?
of not using it, as are his friends.
Yeah,
He feels
that's
ever
agree.
since it was bought by Wizards of the Coast, there's been little work done on the infrastructure. Other people in the comments for his video complained about crashes. So I think Dungeons & Dragons is suffering on a number of fronts. I'm looking at Hasbro stock right now. It closed at about $60.
beautiful
But from
head of
Apple News,
hair.
I have a story. 3 small cap stocks
He really
skating
does.
on thin ice, and Hasbro is one of them. Full disclosure, I don't own Hasbro. I'm not short Hasbro or anything like that. But the article says, why should you sell Hasbro? 1, annual sales declines of 2.6% for the past 5 years show its products and services struggle to connect with the market. 2, historical operating losses point to an inefficient cost structure.
That's the biggest one right there. And you can't just get to the bottom of it by firing a team. I mean, I guess that'll help the bottom line a little bit, but there's no strategic vision. So what he's saying is there's no guarantee this won't happen again.
3, eroding returns on capital indicate that management's recent investments are destroying value. Hasbro's not just struggling with Dungeons & Dragons.
It's not just that one. It's that entertainment one that's been like an albatross around their neck the last 2 years. They're still
at
writing it
Hasbro
off.
right now. The last week they're up $1.50. The last month they are down $6. The last 3 months they're up $4.83. Year to date they're up. Last year they're up. Last 5 years they're up.
We'll see. Keep an eye on them. Yeah, keep an eye. I don't know if it's maybe they just don't have a lot of competition, so they're sort of bulletproof in some respects. It's almost like you shouldn't get credit for fucking things up and then firing everybody and saying, "See, we're getting our costs under control." Well, it's like you keep making these same mistakes, these huge investments, and I understand, you gotta be sort of on the cutting edge.
Hey, Black Barnes.
What's up, Black Barnes? But man, they've made some really, really costly errors. It's that one entertainment one that I'm thinking of, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but they lost a shitload of money
Struggling with
in it.
everything. Role-playing games have always been a cottage industry. They're the games that are put together, stapled, and sold by the people that design them. Scaling up D&D from a tabletop game into a virtual hybrid has always been a risky move, and it's looking like it might not pay off. But that's what I think. What do you think? Share in the comments below. Also below,
have a fetching millennium.
Chris Miller, those numbers are deceiving. The company fails at everything, but the numbers are up.
It's that
yeah
monopoly.
It's not that they're not making some money. It's the money that they're leaving on the table, because we're hyper focused on the stuff that they fuck up, but really, I mean, Monopoly Go is just a money machine for them. It covers up for so many of their ills. And like they got board games, and I don't know. It's like Hasbro's like a microcosm of Wizards of the Coast. Look, they own the D&D brand. As much as we hate it, the D&D brand will be number one for the foreseeable future. Now, culturally, it's a joke, so it's not number one culturally, but it will outsell everything else put together. And don't shoot the messenger here. I mean, it's just the way it is. You always have to understand that there's new people coming in all the time, and the only thing they know about role playing is, isn't that Dungeons and Dragons game? Well, yeah, just order it on. There's Dungeons and Dragons. They just order it. Well, guess who gets that money when they get suckered in? And then if they're still playing, and a lot of them don't, but if they're still playing, then maybe they find out there's better options out there, but not before Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast got their money. Patrick Demo, $5. Whoa, I just listened to that Mystic Arts DM guy. Not the voice I expected from that face. Dude has the Ed Greenwood bass. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out, Patrick. Asterion, $5. The Rheinmetall stocks are paying off. So have another super chat. Ooh, nice.
All right.
Nice. I started to invest in Realty Corp. Stock ticker letter is O. It's an easy one to remember.
Oh, I had that.
That's one that pays dividends. So
Absolutely.
It's obviously not. It's just kind of like a balance, in the old portfolio.
I like stocks that pay dividends.
They pay good dividends, actually. And actually, the stock itself was up. I think it's kind of a contra stock. So when the market's not doing so great like it was the last couple weeks, it was going up. The market's starting to kind of hit that plateau and maybe recover a little bit, hopefully. So it's starting to come down a little bit, but nice and steady. Let's see. See anything up here? Da-da-da. Good to see you, Man of War. Yeah, sales for this edition, it's not meeting their expectations. They're probably downright embarrassing. But you have to understand, too, like what other companies would do for that level of embarrassing sales. Even Paizo. Even let alone, any like OSR creator. And we're talking a lot of money, but it's not as much money as they wanted, and probably not enough to prop up all the bloated salaries of everybody. Hope Shadow Dark Rex Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, I've backed the new Shadow Dark project at premium level. I just got the basic level. I want to take a look and see if she's like a one-hit wonder. Let's see what kind of supplement she can do. Let Kelsey get filthy disguise. Well, I would always say better her than Wizards of the Coast. I'll take somebody who doesn't insult their fans. Let me tell you this. If Larry Elmore went to Kelsey Dion and said, do you want me to do a cover for Shadow Dark? Do you think she'd be dumb enough to say no? I mean, as long as she could afford it, I'm sure she would be flat out like honored. But, Wizards of the Coast. Look, Wizards of the Coast is your drugged up trust fund kid, just tearing through all the money. Just burning through it all, the whole inheritance. And they don't give a shit. Yeah, there's always more where that came from. As they wreck the Lamborghini for the 5th time.
Look at that. That's interesting.
Oh, really? Wow.
Amen.
Good for you, Chris. Damn. Yeah, I mean they get that D&D Beyond sales. Well, that was always their we'll call it their blue wall, so to speak. We still got the D&D Beyond sales. We still got that. Well, now people are starting to take a second look at that, like that Mystic Arts guy. Like I said, if you're failing culturally, you're going to take a severe hit. I think it's trending kind of towards where D&D was in the late 90s. All right, want to do our lunacy?
Yes.
Video.
Lunacy. Wonder Twin Powers? Activate.
So, get your singing voices ready. And we're going to start with our hips. The hips on the drag queen go swish, swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish. The shoulders on the drag queen go shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. The mouth on the drag queen goes blah, blah, blah. All through the town.
You know what I think when I saw that? I thought this is one of those little parody things that you would see that while you're watching your television show, that's on in the background on the television that they're watching.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like in a movie, they need something like something kind of, like a filler, but something that's kind of like an inside joke almost. Yeah,
right.
Sorry, Patrick. Apologize to Joyce for me. Sarah. Hey, they only want to read books to your kindergarten child. Like somebody said, why don't you want to read books at like old folks' homes? No, we can't do that. No, we want the children. Guys, what season are we in?
Baseball.
Oh.
Rogan, what season are we in?
I was going to say spring.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
March Madness.
I got news for you. You're wrong, both.
Did you know, however, there is a gender identity that is linked to the seasons? This is called gender season. And this is a gender identity I've only just learnt about. It's a micro identity. It's not an identity that I have ever heard discussed before. It's a new one for me. Gender season is an individual who explores their gender identity in relation to a season or all the seasons. So this might be somebody whose gender expression and identity is linked to one season. So for example, winter. Or this might be somebody whose gender identity and expression changes depending on the season.
Glad I'm not the only one, Crazy Mouse. Warren Johnson, 5 Canadian. WotC runs their IPs like the Justin Trudeau and Mark Carney liberals have run Canada for the last 10 years. Yeah, into the ground. I'm glad that there are alternatives now. Yes, let us keep our fingers crossed for you guys up north, brother. Hopefully Double P will get in there. Holy Jesus, what is that? What the F is that? I don't know. Gender season.
Well, all those crystal wearing, incense burning people back in the day would tell you that there are people that have seasons, but it's not sexually, it's not gender driven. I'm an autumn person. I'm an autumn person.
This is the season of love.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
like the summer of love of 2020.
Not pink, with pink hair and a bad haircut.
Some Naduska to cleanse the palate. Sorry, long shot. Now, what if do you guys know that working in oil fields is dangerous, right?
Very.
Extremely.
What do you do when that thing is rolling towards you? You have no chance. You're just stopped, and then you're dead.
I wonder if they're going to show an after of that car it just run over.
What car? Holy cow.
Those people work on oil rigs are called roughnecks.
Yeah, funny how feminists aren't real interested in equality in the roughneck community, right?
That's
they're not.
What, the Peterson man?
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, that's what he always says.
Yeah.
What's the... Should we have equal employers for bricklayers?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, where I work, they're redoing our courtyard. They're redoing everything. One of the buildings is under construction, has been for 2 years. I looked down all the bricklayers that were out there when it was 15, 20 degrees and it was nice enough for them to work. I'm out there looking, not one woman on that site. Not one woman on that job site. I didn't see one fucking feminist with a sign outside saying more women here, please. Hypocrites.
Uh-oh.
We will not be silenced. The silent riot has begun.
The quiet riot?
Come on, feel the noise.
I don't even know what she was talking
Anybody
about.
ever see that old man that makes milkshakes and has a YouTube channel?
I have not.
No.
He's maybe 75 years old, and he just makes milkshakes, like super fancy ones. They look absolutely delicious.
I'm in.
He teaches you how to make them too.
Oh, all right.
Yep. The beginning of it looked like him.
Yeah, I mean, she had that sort of old person, okay, the camera's rolling, you can talk now. Rogan, to your question, I don't know what the silent riot is. I thought of the same thing too, the quiet riot.
At first, I thought she was trying to scan my mind. Surprised you already. I've got my mind.
Because we.
Oh, it's our girl.
Is that Wanda from Living Color?
Yeah, yep. So she insulted the governor of Texas. Let's listen.
These hot ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Governor Hot Wheels. That's Governor Greg Abbott.
Well, hang on here. She, her kind right there is screaming about what Republicans have made jokes about.
And that's. I made sure to say that too. I'm like, I don't begrudge the joke. I begrudge the hypocrisy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's fine. Hot Wheels. Haha. Funny. But you'd be the first one if somebody made fun of some black trans lesbian who was in a wheelchair. If we called her Roller Pig, you would be the first one.
Who
Roller Pig? You and your kind would be the first ones, just up in arms, But it's because I guess he's white and he had a tree fall on him when he was in his 20s. It's okay.
And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So
I can't believe people think that is the future of the Democrats. She is a piece of ghetto trash.
I propose this. We need to outlaw fake eyelashes. We need to outlaw. All the porn stars out there, don't wear them anymore.
They look like those when you see on the headlights of a car.
The Jeeps. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the fake eyelashes on like the Jeeps. Yep.
Only girls drive Jeeps.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Looks just like that girl. Looked less like him. He's
Yeah.
the guy that makes milkshakes on the internet, on the YouTubes.
The White Elephant 190. WHYTE. Badger. I'll grab that one. Her middle name is Felicia. Act accordingly. Is that true?
I hope
Is that true, Badger? $10. Are you ready to give it up yet?
Mama's wrong again. No kind of Sandys, you're wrong.
I like that.
Inside joke from many years back between Crazy Mouse and us. Asterion Moloch, $10. Look, I'm all for making fun of the disabled, as am I, but it's a little hypocritical when they do it. Yeah, it is. It's like you haven't earned that right. When you get your jimmies all rustled, when anybody's done it before, don't expect a free pass when you do it now. Now, if you're saying all bets are off, go to town, well, okay, that's fine. And thank you very much, Asterion. All right.
What's that woman's name? That black lady.
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine
Crockett.
Yeah.
I was looking up Jackson.
Jackson Crockett. Sounds like an action hero.
Her name is Felicia.
Damn. Thank you for that info, Badger. All right, so this has been getting some exposure. See what you guys think.
We just read Anxious Generation,
which my daughter-in-law and my son have just read.
And at the end, they have this challenge where they're like, we challenge you to let your kid do something that without a parent, go do something age appropriate on their own, so it can build confidence for them. So all of my kids came up with an idea that they wanted to do, that they could do alone. So Wells's idea is to go to Chick-fil-A and order some dinner. I gave him some money, and we rehearsed what to say, and if anyone gives him a hard time, to ask for the manager. Oh my gosh, he did it!
Kid's so proud.
Hey!
I didn't have to ask the manager or anything.
Really?
He just gave it to me, yeah.
They just served you?
Yeah. And then, yeah.
You got your Happy Meal and...
You brought back the change. Kid, we got to talk. That change, you just got to pocket.
I want to do that again.
Really?
Yeah, that is so fun.
Do you feel like that built confidence?
Yeah, for sure.
A little nervous?
Yeah. My legs are still shivering.
Really?
But yeah, that was so fun.
Awesome. You did I'm so proud of you. Way to go.
So we got the cup in a big cup.
Okay.
And then I got...
Oh, you upgraded me?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Damn, took care of Mom, too.
Okay, let's eat.
that's cool, but we were raised that way.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a movement. You know, every movement starts out small to go back to do a little bit more of that and go back to the way we were raised. That's why I applaud it.
You know what just happened? Some mom just sent their first graders in the car with me by themselves.
Oh, really? Nice. Nice.
Which is highly illegal. But,
yeah, but hey. North of the Rockies. Ooh, $10.
I love knowledge. Hey, Double D!
If Jasmine's first name had been Karen, her initials would be KFC. Well, she is a Karen. We can dub her an honorary Karen. Yes, I don't know. I thought that was a good video. I thought that mom was doing the right thing.
So do I.
So do
I think she should be given credit. Kid looked very cute.
Speaking of Chick-fil-A,
walked to school. Yep.
Sophia Mouse had a phone interview with Chick-fil-A. She just turned 14. She passed, and now she has an in-person interview.
Oh, she got the in-person.
Right.
Yeah. So what happens as 14 at Chick-fil-A, you're just a food runner if she gets the job. So send her some good wishes. Her interview is on Monday.
Absolutely.
Yep. Kids working at 14.
I like it.
Walk to school alone. Yeah. Rode your bike 15 miles. Yep. We did all that too. Yep.
Went to the corner store that was 5 blocks away when I was 6 to get a pack of Camels and a pack of Territons.
The problem is, Chris, we're to blame for this because we were raised like that. And then apparently we felt we had too much freedom. So we were, as a whole, we raised our kids. Oh, we can't let you live the way we lived. That was too, something could have happened to us, even though for the most part it didn't. Or if something did, it was survivable and we learned a pretty good lesson from it, a life lesson. Yeah, I think it's time to start raising kids like a little bit more like Gen X was raised. So we need more mothers like that willing to try to break this mold. I was very happy because I didn't know about this book. Mrs. D, our daughter-in-law, said, yeah, we just ordered this book, The Anxious Generation. And I didn't know anything about it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I was just kind of like, yeah, that's great. And then when they left, Mrs. D, she was like, that's great. She's like, do you know what that book is? It's like trying to break sort of some of this cultural insanity that's going on. I'm like, all right, well, now I'm all for it. Especially, as I think most of you know, they are having my grandchild in less than 2 months.
Yeah, pretty soon.
Oy, oy, oy. Time flies. Tempest Fugit. All right. What could be next? What could be next?
I'm about to frolic. Oh my God! I'm frolicking! I got on a pink shirt!
I don't know.
Big brothers who frolic. It's a trend, I guess.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, Badger, I've heard that too. Free range children. Yeah.
Wasn't there a lady in New York? I think it was New York, not too long ago, that got arrested for her. I don't know. The kid was 11.
Yeah. What was she? What did she let him do? I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember the exact story.
Like went to a store or something.
Yeah.
By himself or.
Yeah, and it's like.
And then she gets arrested.
Ease up. I think we hear so many stories of like, well, they could be sold into sex trafficking. It's like, I understand that's a legitimate concern in some circles. The chances your kid is going to run into a sex trafficker, on the way to the store or, as they're inside the Chick-fil-A ordering, probably not real high. So at some point you have to understand you are 100% doing damage to them by being a helicopter parent.
Yes.
And fighting all their battles for them. You are 100% doing harm to them.
That
without a doubt.
That was a struggle in my household when my kids were a little bit between my wife and I. She wanted to hold on tightly, and I'm like, we have to give them responsibility, and we went back and forth on that. I mean, they turned out great, but
you were in the right. I mean, there's a difference between neglect and just doing what. Good Lord, I mean, before this blip in time, I mean, what kids had to be doing. I mean, 10, 11. 12-year-old kids, 100, 200 years ago, they had real responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like, guess what, son? You're going to work on the farm.
Mm-hmm.
FedEx, what could be going on here? FedEx, he's just going out. Transaction. Oh, here he comes back. Don't bring a crowbar and a knife to a gunfight. My question was, did he miss all those shots? I didn't see any blood. Was he just firing to...
Maybe they weren't real bullets. Maybe it was just sound effects to scare him off.
I don't think so. He had a real gun behind him.
Yeah.
I think that was real. I don't know if he was just firing to scare him or what.
I didn't see any windows blasting away.
Yeah. But at that range, that initial brother, there was 2 others that came in, but that initial brother should have been perforated a few times.
Bleeding out.
Yeah. I guess good for him, I guess, that he didn't. But did he get hit?
Roy says he did.
Roy says he got hit. I didn't see any blood. Maybe it was too quick.
The windows didn't break.
Yeah.
Dude was crawling badly.
Yeah, maybe it just... He put them all in the pros. Well, like I said, I expected to see like a little trail of blood. I didn't see anything, but anyway, props to the owner, like for not like most people would say, just give him the money. Just give him the money. I'm sorry, when some big brother's running up to you with a crowbar and you have a gun, give them some lead poisoning.
We're so backwards. When they're rioting, when they're looting, let them loot.
Yeah, just let them loot. Yeah.
No, I applaud. What was it? Back in the day when they were rioting in Los Angeles,
the Rodney King riots.
Yeah,
rooftop
and
Koreans.
there's that Asian guy in front of his store.
Yeah, the rooftop Koreans. Yeah,
right. The gun out, protecting what was his. He worked hard to earn. That guy. There should be a statue of that guy.
I think he just passed away. The one.
Really?
The one. Yeah.
Well, he's a freaking hero.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're legends. They're fucking legends. We need more of them.
Hello, my name is Scarlett Kelly, and I am
Scarlett Kelly.
I question that.
Yeah,
I'm officially declaring war on the Republican Party. If you are a Republican on TikTok and you want to interact with me, you deserve to die.
To die?
No, thank you.
Maybe we met your stalker here. Crazy.
Yeah.
You deserve to be shot. You deserve whatever suffering could possibly come to you.
It can't match the
If
suffering he's
you are a
going through.
Republican and try to start any of that kind of nonsense with me in person, you will lose your life. This is war. I am not joking. It's done.
Is he going to kill you with the rubber band? He doesn't believe in guns, obviously.
You got a partial man bun there.
Scarlet.
You are not an American anymore.
Frankly, my
You're
dear,
out.
I don't give a
You're
damn.
off the list. You've been naughty. Like, come on. We're going to start giving you the coal in the form of massive stones on top of a slab of wood on top of you. Have a wonderful day.
He's talking about the test to be a witch. That's at the end. Like, isn't that what they used to do for witches?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, this guy had something in his mind that was tearing him to pieces, and obviously he's not thinking. Is not in his wheelhouse at all.
I mean, they're all mentally ill. I don't even want to hear which Muppet was that? They're all mentally fucked somehow. It's just a matter of degree. Oh, is this one 100% or only 80 or 50? Yeah, exactly. Come get some. Yep. I hear you, Surly. They're fucking nuts, man.
Declaring war. Well, how do you? Well, you can't even. You're one person. You're a loose association and other lunatics. Blah blah blah. But you're one person. You can't declare war on anything.
Oh, he identifies as they them, so he is therefore more than one person. So he feels he can. I
Okay,
guess.
so his name is Sybil. Then thank you.
Sybil.
You have a war, Sybil.
Bud Light. All right. Remember a few years back when Dylan Mulvaney was the face of Bud Light for a cup of coffee? Yep. We were told by the left, oh my God, you guys are overreacting so much. Well, how are they reacting to old Elon now? What do they do?
Dividing beer drinkers as much as the country is itself.
Unlike anything I'd ever seen.
I don't give a if you drink Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light. It doesn't matter.
If you don't like what somebody's selling, just don't go there.
These are all people fucking with Teslas. Keying. The new trend. That guy's popping tires. On the left, the guy on the right, smashing Teslas in Seattle.
Stabbing tires. Knock his flipping block off. Just do it.
He looks like he weighs like 145 pounds.
Gosh.
He's just roll up on him.
Oh, man.
Smash his fucking head in.
That little arm of his isn't going to hit you any more than 5 pounds of freaking... Just knock his block off.
Having a little temper tantrum. Oh, here's another one.
I seen this one this morning. That was associated with the other one. There was 2 people involved.
Yep. Well, I think this is the one. See you later, Dungeon and Terra. Thank you very much.
Chris Miller wants to buy a Tesla just to find out what...
That's the crazy thing, Chris. It's like, chances are, if they had a Tesla from before, they're probably on your side. So every time you key their car, you're keying the car of some lefty who's probably thinking now, do I really want to be associated with these people? You're probably doing a lot more recruiting for the Republicans than you may imagine. Yeah, check this guy out. But by the way, dummies, all these Teslas have cameras all over them.
Come on, Elmer Fudd.
Yeah. This, like I said on X, this is somebody who's waiting to die. He has that sort of general demeanor, that's kind of slump-shouldered, like, I'm married to a miserable harpy, and just, how many days till I check out? How many rounds of golf can I get in before I'm done? Jim Pellis, there he is, keying the car the whole way. Boom.
You don't know what happened.
Except, guess what? They have cameras, and you're there because you're a fucking retard, Jim Pellis of Armor Code. So the police come.
No. Okay. Can I see some ID, please? Yeah. So, you want to talk about what happened here? No. Okay. I don't know what happened. You didn't see that Tesla? No. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little different answer when they pull up that video. Hope your ass gets fired. I'm hunting wabbits. Very good. We hunting Teslas. How fucking... I don't want to hear one more fucking thing about global warming, climate change. Not with what you're doing with the most successful car company in the world, electric car company in the world. You are trying to drive them into bankruptcy. It's not going to work because he's too smart. And you're all fucking retards. Every last one of you is.
If they put all this energy and effort just to stop for a second, don't do all this dumb stuff. Just talk, maybe get a therapist. I don't know. Maybe they can get together and have a war on something. But don't wreck anybody else's property. We were bitching about that a long time ago.
These are people governed by their emotions, and most of them have the emotional capacity of a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah.
14, 15-year-old girl.
I noticed that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I noticed they were dressed. Tess was.
Elmer Fudd's brother.
And look, this last one kind of cinches it. If you want to understand the mindset of these people, this is why I've never been prouder. I should have worn my MAGA hat. Never been prouder to be MAGA. Never been prouder to be on the right. Because this is what's on the other side. It's just varying degrees of this. So we have a Colorado state rep, Amy Paschal. They're debating a gun control bill. This is in session. And she's doing a color game.
Let's see, that section goes 4, 3. Let's see, go back to 1.
Oh, God, you're fired. You're fired.
She got to be voted. Got to be voted out. And she probably lives in a shit-lib district where they will just keep electing this retard.
She has such a Karen face on her, doesn't she?
Oh, God, yeah.
Sure, I guess I
I've said it before. I'll say it a million times. If they ever got power, the power of life and death over you, start planning your funeral when you see people like this deciding your fate. Because they are the meanest people. They are the most evil people in the world. And I don't say that lightly, but you look at that, that's an evil person. You know, sometimes you can just like tell, like,
oh yes.
I mean, there's no warmth to that. That person would sign your death warrant and then go laugh about it with the friends that she has that are just like her. $5 Canadian Jeffrem. If they think Elon is a bad man and attacking Teslas in response, wait till these loons find out who founded Volkswagen.
Oh,
yeah. I saw that meme too. Yeah, a Volkswagen is talking to a Tesla and be like, yeah, don't worry, they have a short memory. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, yes, it was the mustache guy from Germany.
So this would be.
But that person has a responsibility right there, and you're playing a game on your tablet. You have a responsibility. You had it. You know, we talk about this around the table on Friday nights or whenever we get together. She has one job.
Yes, she's not doing her job.
She has one job. If you're not doing your job, you're fired. Well, she does that because she doesn't have children or grandchildren because she probably ate her husband.
Yeah.
Praying mantis.
Yeah, true DB. Yep, that's why the Second Amendment is the last line. We can talk, we can talk, try to do things peacefully. They come for the guns. That's when you have to give people lead poisoning and realize, like, well, time to start fighting. So sorry. Because when they take that away, just look at what's happened in Great Britain. Great Britain used to have much more lax gun laws. And then a couple of things happened, that they used as an excuse to take it away. And now people go to jail for Facebook posts. It's not even an exaggeration. Some people over there would see, like a gang of Muslims, protesting, for the right of grooming gangs or something. And I think somebody said, like, this is war on Facebook.
Right,
Oh, this is war, man. They're declaring war on us. They're trying to grape our girls. Well, the person who said this is war, 2 years in prison.
Amazing.
Yeah. So don't you ever give up your guns.
There was one I saw this morning. It was a girl talking to a reporter. She's in school, maybe, early high schoolish, whatever their equivalency is. And, she was mildly assaulted in school by a Muslim boy. And when she said something about it, she's drawn into the office and got reprimanded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They will. The left is so insane. They hate women so much. And all they have to do is say, but we love women. We're on the side of women. And they fool at least 50% of the people. You've never seen people that hate women as much as the modern day left does.
What do they call them? Like breeding person or something like that? What's
birthing person?
Birthing person, yes.
Yeah, they call mothers birthing people. They let men beat them up in sports. When they complain about being assaulted, by somebody, let's just say of a different nationality and religion, well, heck.
Well,
you're the problem. Were you dressing provocatively? All the stuff that they would, if any conservatives said it, they would be apoplectic and scream. But because it's a Muslim, well, it's your fault.
I just don't understand that.
Try convincing your leftist family member or friend of all this, and their eyes will glaze over because it's that whole human thing. Like, they don't want to admit they've been wrong, even though back here they know they're wrong, but they will never admit it.
So their pause button got hit.
Yeah, permanently.
Yeah.
No. Oh, really? Well, I just showed you, where they believe this. No, what are you going to do? What do you mean, what are you going to do? Okay.
Ay, caramba.
I don't know. It's just, it's all fucking, and a lot of people just, they don't want to confront anything, so they get like, oh, well, I'll just be quiet about this.
What does a father do over there with you have a daughter in school? I mean, do you get a gun somehow and like quit your job and just wait outside the school and wait for your daughter to cell phone you, Daddy, something happened? Boom.
Do a Gary Plausch, the guy at the airport.
Yes.
Yeah, the airport shooter. The guy.
Yeah.
Who killed his
hiding on the payphone there?
Hiding on the payphone, yeah.
I'm just making a phone call.
Oh,
pop, pop, pop.
I don't know which airport that was, but they should have a statue erected.
Yes,
where that payphone was of that guy.
See you, Nixit.
Take care, Nixit.
Well, take care.
Yeah, he's a fucking hero. His son is still alive too.
Yes,
the one who was molested, and he says my dad was. I love my dad for what he did. He was a hero. And I love that so much. So many would have been like ashamed of it. He's like, no, this fucking monster, did horrible things to me, and my dad had my back.
Absolutely.
And was willing to face the consequences, even though, thank God, I don't think he did face much. Oof. Yeah. Put up Dark Wolfsters there, right up there. Yeah, it's the sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, just like we heard about from WotC. They put so much time, effort, money, and belief into something false, they can't allow themselves to admit it. So they put their head in their sand and everything is okay. Yes. It's like, it's not that hard. Look, I at the time, I liked George Bush. George Bush, I didn't think was a terrible guy. He did some things that, in retrospect, Junior.
Mm-hmm.
Junior. Actually, both to some extent. But yeah, they both did things that in retrospect turned out to probably not be the best decision. Now, was he doing what he thought was best at the time? I'll give him that. But, look, wrong is, I guess, wrong. So I can be like, yeah, Now, look, who are you gonna vote for, Al Gore or Kerry? I don't know if they would have been any better, but, at least I can look him in the mirror and admit, like, these guys are not perfect. So I don't know.
Well, Al Gore did invent the internet.
Well, he's got that. Yeah.
Dan Quayle spelled potato.
But no, I absolutely.
What you gonna do?
Well, teach our children better. Hopefully, they teach their children better.
I believe the children are the future.
Whitney.
I do too.
Teach them well. Let them lead the way.
Get your singing voices ready.
Oh, gosh. Oh, God.
All right. What do you guys want to watch? I got Garibay. I got Condor.
Oh.
We could do Rah Rah, Pew Pew, Fifi, or we could do more Matt Colville.
You put out quite a spread there, Double D.
We got a Condor.
Oh boy, we'll see if there's a consensus here. Again, I got some Garibay, I got Condor, I got Rah Rah, Pew Pew, Fifi.
No Colville.
No Colville.
All right, it's a sweep.
Oh, the pyramids. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's do the while you're deciding. You monitor that. We'll do a little pyramid chat. All right, I need control here.
Oh my gosh, Rah Rah Pew Pew's up 2 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1.
It's like this may be our decision here, boys. All right, let's talk about this first. A vast underground city below Egypt's Giza pyramids. Scientists' wild theory claims, but experts debunk it as fake news.
Chris Miller votes, I want Garibay to drive around the pyramids.
Tell us what's up. Yeah.
I like that.
Researchers claim they've discovered the legendary halls of Amenti. Wow.
Did they or did they just make that up?
I don't know. It's a vast city beneath Egypt's pyramids of Giza. A wild theory that's perplexed archaeologists who dismiss the claim as fake news. Itais and Scots studying the pyramid of Khafre say the groundbreaking study has redefined the boundaries of satellite data analysis and archaeological exploration. Aptly named the Cofre Project, Corrado Malanga. That's a mouthful. My name is Corrado Malanga.
Bless you.
Prized hitman for the mob from Italy's University of Pisa, and Filippo Biondi of the University of Strathclyde in Scotland led the expedition to discover the Giza Plateau's second largest pyramid. Mac? So, does this lend more validity to Dr. Robert Schoch's redating the Sphinx to at least 10,000 BC? I don't know. I don't know any of this, but my ears are open. It's interesting.
You got to put a little hot sauce on the kashari. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Says Patrick Demo.
Scientists said they located 5 small room-like structures inside the pyramid using synthetic aperture radar technology. One structure contained a sarcophagus mistakenly thought to be the pharaoh's tomb, the team said in a press release. The newly discovered structures are connected to pathways that lead below the surface and are believed to expose hidden rooms and wells under the 4,500-year-old wonder of the world. Electromagnetic signals were turned into phononic data that unveiled larger infrastructure leading down thousands of feet underground. Thousands. The 8 large vertical structures, theorized to be wells or shafts, are thought to extend over 6,500 feet across and are 2,000 feet below ground.
Damn.
I mean, if that's true, all right, the wild-haired dude, I'm going to start listening to him. Researchers didn't reveal the use of the larger structures that stretch below ground zero, but plan for further analysis and possible excavation to verify the artificial nature of the structures. The project used 2 satellites 420 miles up in space to send down radar signals that photograph the pyramids. Data was compiled into images to create a rough copy of what is believed to be below the pyramids, including the 8 wells. The hollowed structure consists of spiral pathways leading down farther underground. This is like Call of Cthulhu thing. Those are the shafts going down there. The group used the data to make a rough 3D model estimating what's believed to be hidden from the world's eyes. When we magnify the images, we will reveal that beneath it lies what can only be described as a true underground city. Skepticism and accusations that the study was a hoax arose when the project did not publish the information with any peer review from independent researchers. Dr. Zawi Hawass, a renowned archaeologist and Egypt's former minister of antiquities, promptly called the claims completely wrong and fake news. The claim of using radar inside the pyramid is false, and the techniques employed are neither scientifically approved nor validated. This is what they're supposing here. You see the surface of the pyramid exposing some new rooms inside that we didn't know about. And then those spiral structures going thousands of feet underground.
So they're saying that those are nearly 2,000 feet down into the ground.
Yeah.
The tallest building on Earth in the Arab Emirates is 2,717 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, if this
is
astronomical, that's
if this is true, we have to admit, like, okay, I mean, there's I can buy the theory, at least, that maybe they somehow cobbled together the pyramids themselves, just using, a combination of, whatever labor, slaves, whatever, over a period of, a long period of time. But I mean, you would not be able, if this is true, and I do say if, you can't get me to believe that, like, people could do this back then. I mean, either they had a far more advanced technology, or they had help.
They subcontracted.
Yeah, they were subcontracted out to
to the V's.
Yeah, to the V's. Yeah. Apparently, it looks almost like a coiled coils on top of a box, but that's apparently a city in that box.
It's like a shock absorber.
Yeah. I mean, this is insane. University of Denver said the claims were exaggerated as the tech is not advanced enough to create such a... Let's start digging. Dig in from the side.
They're going to dig it up anyhow at some point. In the future, they're going to.
Dig a small tunnel, send some robots down there, and let's get at it. It's what we got drones for.
Pitter patter.
Yeah. Get these things moving. Wild claims have contributed to a growing interest in the possibility of a discovery of ancient texts and other resources from Egyptian myths. A remarkably strong correlation between the layout and characteristics of these underground chambers and legendary halls of Amenti as described in ancient myths. Well, there you go, peeps.
This kind of validates ancient myth then.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to I don't know. Good to kind of ponder, right?
Yeah, use your imagination, absolutely.
Yep.
I hope it's true.
I do too. Some people don't want Matt. Some people do. I think I already got that one.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm just going up. I'm just trying to figure
you're
out.
Moving up. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out who. How do we choose? All right. I'm not seeing a. I'm not seeing a consensus.
Consensus winner. Right.
Yeah. Let's tell you what. Condor's is short. Let's do Condor because he hasn't posted a video in a long time.
That's not like him.
Well, he's going to show you what's up.
I haven't made a video.
He is going to pull your pants down and spank you silly.
For like a hot minute. Have you missed me, kids?
No.
Have I been gone too long?
No.
Maybe.
It's not bad news. I'm not stepping away from YouTube. I'm in pause mode because right now I'm working on a new edition for my tabletop role-playing game.
Did he say a new edition already?
Yep.
The old one came out about 2 weeks ago.
I got one thing to say about that. Bats.
Bats. Yeah, that is bats. Roy Goldman, $2. Harass may block any more investigations. Well, maybe. Thank you, Roy.
And I'm talking to some other people because as you put something out and the world discovers that you have certain talents and skills that they didn't know that you had.
We didn't know you had this talent. We didn't know.
Suddenly, people want to talk to you, want your time. Plus,
he's implying I put this game out here now all the
and Kathy Lee are all
all the whales are lined up.
Jimmy Kimmel next week.
Gygax came from the dead. Wants to hear all about it.
There's life going on. I'm meeting new people. New interesting things are happening. So, yeah. And I'm only...
New interesting things are happening. It could be like the landlord saying your rent is overdue. You better pay up or I'm kicking you out, Condor.
Ways to hide from the landlord.
Yeah. That's a new thing that's happening.
On a short pause. When I say I'm on a pause, it's not like a pause for months on not doing any content. It's just really a short pause so I can complete some work.
Because we need a definition of what pause is. Thank you, Condor.
As always, thank you.
And I have to pause myself because, I'm crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
I could try to do the videos and the work at the same time, but I'd run myself dry. And I know myself. If I don't put myself in check, I might try that.
Well, Condor needs
to
seed that he wants to give everyone into himself.
When he plants it, it's over. Patrick Demo, $2. Your 5 sales don't count, Condor. I'd love to know what he's got, because there has to be people who just kind of wandered in and bought it almost by accident. God, I would love to talk to
Magnificent Devil says 10. Is that accurate, or are you just
tens of copies? I think he's just being.
Okay, yep. I got it.
You I'm looking forward to streaming again soon, and look. I'd say give me another week of really working on this edition so I complete the work that I have to do to be able to put it out. Oof. And then I'm back to doing videos. Chris. I keep trying not to pause things for too long, or I try to rush back here sooner than I should. Right? I'll say, I'll be back in 2 days. If I really am, conservative in my mindset about when I should come back.
You're not telling us the substance. You're just giving the bees version. I'm going to buzz here, buzz there, and like take 2 hours to get to the meat of your conversation. Just spit it out.
Well, the thing is, too, it's like, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to do a video. He just shits out these videos like they're stream of consciousness. He's not following a script. There's no camera work. There's no effort put into it.
Oh,
I mean, at least Garibay puts his camera on.
yes.
Let's give him at least that.
Yeah. And he's just working while he's working.
Yeah, and at least he's making money while he's doing it. Condor's just...
He's eating your fries, but he's getting them there. He's getting the rest there.
Yeah. But, that's going to happen.
I have half your DoorDash. Where's the other half? You don't want to know.
It might be a week. But I'll try to get back here in 2 days because I love you and I miss this. And I love doing YouTube. I hope you're having fun gaming and having fun on YouTube, watching content and doing all that good stuff. And I hope you're ready for when I'm, back to streaming and doing videos and we can get back to interacting. But,
the world's holding its breath, Condor. Just holding its breath.
I'm still around Discord. So, even if you don't, see me putting out a lot of content right now, you can always jump on Discord and just say hi. Shoot the shit with me there if you want, right? When I'm on. Right, but I am there. Like, you still find me there. I still make the occasional post in the whatever the commentary thing is for your YouTube channel where you can put down comments. So I'm still showing you that I'm here, like alive, where you can interact with me. I'm just not posting a lot of videos right now because
it's like Palpatine said, Master Yoda, you survived. Condor DM.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes.
That's how he's alive.
Really, I'm focusing a lot of my mind energy on just getting this game stuff done because it takes a lot of work, right? A lot of work. And I'm only one guy doing all of the work by myself, so it takes an immense amount of work.
He does sound like he's extra peppy. It's the Prozac talking, says Chris. Yeah, the drugs kicked in. Agreed. I've never seen him this excited over anything.
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
Figuring things out and just getting it all ready, to put out on the market.
Somehow Condor.
Anyway, I love you. If you miss me, come say hi on Discord or something, or post a comment somewhere. I don't know. Do whatever. Right? But I'm here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not away from YouTube. I'm not a negative. I wasn't driven away by anything negative. I'm just putting a lot of work right now into a game. And
you tipped your hand. You held it right to the very end, and then
they always tell on themselves.
Yep.
That's where my passion is right now. Like, I'm putting my passion towards that. But I have passion for YouTube. And when I put my effort here, you know what you're going to get. Me at 100%. Going crazy, talking logical, the whole mixed bag. You know how it works. Anyway, for now, again, I love you.
He is giddy.
Take care.
All right.
If he wasn't like this in real life, everybody would be like, Steven, are you drunk? Like, have you had a few? Like, we like it. Just what's new?
That was hilarious. Good for you, Condor. Good for you.
Guys, I got to do it. I'm sorry.
Do it.
I got to do it. We got to do just a little bit more.
Oh yes. Okay.
I got to.
Oh yeah.
The virtue for lyrics. I often think lyrics benefit from the fact that you can't exactly make out what they're saying, and your brain's got to do a little bit of work. And that invention, what you come up with, just as valid as what they came up with. Just as much an act of creation and invention as them writing the lyric in the first place.
So you inventing your own lyrics for songs is the process of creation.
I remember being in high school and getting razzed horribly if I was, singing a Judas Priest song and fucking up the words.
Screwed up one of the lyrics.
Yeah, socked me right in the jaw.
I butchered so many songs over the years. I didn't care, But by the way, I went to McDonald's for lunch today to get lunch for daughter D and myself. There was a guy picking up a remote order. Looked exactly like Matt. I was almost going to go over and say, hey, can I take a picture with you? See if he would have done it. I'm like, no, I don't want to.
So there's another Neanderthal walking loose.
He looked, he was probably about 72% to 78% Matt Colville. That's guy.
Heavy.
Yeah. I mean, he was, I so much so I did a little double take.
And so I did not know that Relax has a lyric in it and which is
Okay, here it comes.
relax. When you want to suck, chew it. Because it's about delaying gratification.
And again, my question is, why are you having this conversation? Who is your focus audience? Who are you? Who are you
It
going
feels like
after?
he's being so profound with this, though. That's the thing that drives me crazy. He's like, he smugly says, because it's about gratification. Yeah, people knew that like the minute they heard the song. It's like he's rediscovering the wheel here.
30 some years too late. 40 years.
40 at this point.
I heard that lyric a million times, and they say it so quickly I couldn't. And also the concept, I wasn't aware that that's the kind of thing they were trying to communicate in the first place. So my brain, I hadn't opened that part of the encyclopedia to that section. So I was, okay, what's this about? Okay, I get it. Nope. Until Lee Mack, like this is 2 weeks ago, somebody linked me to Lee Mack on a radio program that I had heard of but never listened to, called "I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue," had to sing.
Are we Bert and Ernie?
The lyrics to "Relax" by.
No, that's the Dungeon Dudes.
Oh,
No. That's what's his name, Crawford and his lover.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The You Got Ogres guy. Yeah.
By Frankie Goes to Hollywood to some other song, and it was fucking
Rats.
brilliant. And I'm like, wait, is that the lyric? Wow.
Because the album, when you opened up the album cover and there was a large
large
penis
dong there. Yeah,
that didn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
You know,
I got you, Julio. I got you.
Like, you've got ogres.
That's for Julio.
GubDM, I think that, I think a lot of people, we'll see. A new draw steel player has to come from somewhere, right? And it's not a lapsed baseball fan.
It's not a beautiful head of hair too.
Lapsed NASCAR fan. Nope. It's somebody who's in the hobby already, right? So all of our customers are going to be people who are interested in trying or adopting another game.
How do you know they're not NASCAR fans, Matt?
Bitter dregs.
He's been dreaming about it all week.
Crazy Mouse is here to please.
We make dreams come true.
I hope you're happy, Julio. Anytime. $10. Sky's the limit. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. You think he's a bottom shark?
That's awesome, Lorebard. One of my early.
He doesn't, for someone who's supposedly, he's so good at YouTube too. I don't think he knows how to run like a good live stream either. That's just me.
D&D characters was an ill-rigger.
He's one of the guys, and I mean, I know it's easy to do, but when he does like a live stream, he doesn't plan anything out. It's just, I'll just fire it up. I'll just tell a bunch of lies from my childhood, and then I'll just read the chat. Now, if you're going to read the chat, that's fine, but you should have, you are a millionaire by this point, Matt. Maybe you could put the chat that you're responding to, there is a way you can put it on screen. You can hit a button and it comes up. Instead of you just going like this.
Throw me a couple bucks. I'll come read it for you.
That's a great point.
Where's he live?
No one wants to see a one-sided private conversation.
Yeah, it's like, well, this is very entertaining. Yeah, that's a great point. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you didn't. It's like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Dread Pirate Robert, so it says an invincible superhero RPG. I don't really credit licensed games. I think licensed games tend to appeal to fans of that license who just want to spend more time in that world, and they buy the books and they read them and they are perfectly happy. Thumbs up, give me more. Nothing wrong with that. Knock yourselves out. That's not really us.
They need to pay.
I went through that process.
Give us your credit card.
My first 10 years in the hobby, as a professional full-time game designer, I was never a freelancer, was all and only licensed games. I did that. I don't need to do that anymore.
Because you've got, you're on
yes,
the sucker train.
I think there's a good chance of the. I think when MCD.
That's the thing too. Like some people like. So I need your help showing me the ins and outs of YouTube. Finally, ooh, nice. Anytime, Wonky. Yes, hit me up. I will gladly give you what little knowledge I have. Look, I don't have all the answers. I mean, I am growing I am probably growing the slowest and steadiest, not slow, but like the steadiest. Like I got a good bump, but like just one level at a time. I'm a ham and egger YouTuber, as I like to call it.
Wonky, you need a good Lenny and Squiggy.
That's right. You cannot have these guys, though.
Hello.
They're under contract.
Tim has an idea for an RPG. One of the first things we're going to do is evaluate, does the power roll make sense for this? And the answer is not always going to be yes. But it might be. We'll see.
The answer is no, but it might not be. So it could be yes.
He's working it hard, man.
Yeah, Cal, if you're out there, put Wonky's channel.
Gub DM, that's a good question. I don't know.
God damn, that's a good question. I don't know.
Don't bother informing your viewers of what that question was.
God damn, that's a good question.
Yeah, man, great question.
I mean, I think that... So Gub DM said... you said you guys had to use Orton as the draw skill setting because if you had invented a new setting, it would have taken like 3 years. It would have taken us 3 years to come up with as much detail as you get in these books. Yeah, I think so. At least the way Jason and I know how to do it. We probably could have done it faster and junkier, and the result would have been what you would expect. Do you think any future products will involve spending that kind of time making a new setting? I don't know. It depends on... So if we make Derelict, that's going to involve creating an entire sci-fi universe. But the scope of Derelict is...
Mm-hmm. I found Wonky's channel. It's just at the Wonky.
At the Wonky.
There you go.
There you go, guys.
Throw him a subscribe, too, while you guys are at it.
Yep. At the Wonky.
I just went to YouTube and typed in the Wonky. WONKEE.
Yep. Yep.
He made his first video. It's just under 5 minutes.
Yep.
It's a quick little watch, guys.
Watch it after this.
Yeah.
Way fucking
At
narrower
at like 10:15.
than the scope of Draw Steel. Draw Steel is a general purpose fantasy RPG, which means you can do anything in it. You could fuck off and go to Vanagar if you want to. You could go to a plane. You could go,
Scooped, Chris.
So you need
Scooped.
all of this fucking lore. So I think other games are not going to be generalist, big flagship games like this. And I also think that as we build on what we've done, we're going to accumulate more people that can help us with this. So it's not just Matt and Jason inventing a universe. Nope. It's already easier because we have James, Willie, and Jordy now. So that
Jordy the midget on guard.
That cuts the man hour. That splits up the man hours so we can get it done faster. And I think that's only going to continue. We'll see. It's a really good question though.
Like people go crazy, like oh my God, Shadow Dark made 1.3 million, whatever it's up to now, 1.5. It's like this a-hole made like over $4 million on his garbage game that he was just like, oh well, I guess we got $4 million. I guess we got to think of a game now.
Right.
Well, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
When the original Shadow Dark came out, she had it locked down. She's like, this thing is almost done. We're just finishing it up. Boom, boom, boom. This guy's like, I guess we got to make a game now. It's going to take a couple of years. It's like, are you kidding?
That's interesting.
It's called dead air, Matt. The less of it, the better, usually.
Will every player need to buy the VTT or books?
Whoa.
Hold
Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second there. We gotta hold on. What is that? Whoa.
It's like he needs that black light.
Will
see all the splatters on the wall?
I don't think we want to know that.
Player need to buy the VTT or books?
What is he doing here?
He's not registering it. What do you mean? Of course they have to buy out the balls.
I like that pause double D right there.
It was strategic. No doubt about that. DB, $5. I met Kelsey. I bet Kelsey makes more than that. More than Matt by the time his garbage does come out. Yeah, there's a fair chance. One more. It's not coming out this year. Maybe next year, at least for the physical copies for this crap game that he's working on.
That's like when he's leaning into the refrigerator to the sound of a woman.
Frankie, just gonna put on some Frankie Goes to Hollywood and
Crisco
go to town. Yeah. Yep. Crisco kisses, caviar dreams. I don't want to. I think I just want to leave it here.
Okay.
Yeah. The last thing
on some great news.
Yeah. Patrick Debo. Yes. Last thing you need is MC's jerk face. Yes. We take care of you, Wonky. We take care of you.
True dat.
Now go do good things, but do my art first. Oh, by the way, I'll be sending you and Rogan. I did all the maps in color, and then I found a filter on Incarnate Wonky for black and white. Sorry, guys. I'm going a little Matt Colville here and just talking over you for the moment. I'm going to send you copies of the high-res maps that I've done. Now, they'll probably change, of course, but at least you can kind of see, where I'm headed with the maps. So
I'm excited about it.
Yep. And, I'll give you an updated script because as Crazy Mouse knows, I've been writing a lot the last couple days. Oh, boy. Hold on one second. I do. There you go. Thank you, Patrick. I do want to get a screenshot of this. You guys are just gonna have to pause momentarily here. I do want to. MC Jerkface, we'll call it. Okay. All right, we'll give you a taste of that. We'll give you a taste of rah rah, pew pew, fifi, and
I'm telling you, I'm not convinced they're not sisters.
Person checking in with yourself regularly in terms of your own emotions, your own thoughts and feelings, and remembering that choices made at the table from your GM, from another player, etc., are thoughts in
beans
connection to their own histories outside of their real worlds, and outside of what the character is living in that moment.
Is she Fifi?
Yes.
Or Pew Pew? Chris?
The one talking?
Yeah. She was the one that was always staring at him, right?
Oh, yes. She's in love with him.
Yeah, Ra was first, Pew Pew, Fifi, Turtle, and Mongo. That's the order.
Yeah, they got to be sisters. Fifi's in the middle, okay.
People have worked so hard for. I know we all love our backstories.
All right, so it's Ra Ra, Pew Pew, Fifi, Turtle, and Mongo.
All that is incredibly important when you're dealing with really intense emotions.
Yeah, I mean,
Turtle.
Speaking from an acting perspective, because that was phenomenal for, as a player. Voice actors oftentimes have the benefit, especially if you're recording asynchronously, of just kind of being alone with the character and with those emotions. And again, this is horror, so I kind of go through it a little.
She's gonna take her mask down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit further.
She's gonna go topless.
And there is so much.
Jeez, I jumped like 20 minutes ahead, and she's still talking.
That are just happy, that are just feel good, and
Well, the names will linger on, Chris. Sometimes you never know. It's like the old shopkeeping NPC that you didn't think twice about, and then all of a sudden he's a legend in your campaign. Turtle? Really? Turtle? I don't know.
That's this
man.
one.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Turtle, second to last. Man, because I would have put my money on, Pew Pew and Fifi.
And those have such an important space. But you need
Now I'm wondering if they're twins.
in order to hope that characters will persevere through them. And even
It's hard to because they have these fucking masks on. Just take them off.
We need them to take drinks of their water
At the same
if
time.
they don't. Oh, to have felt that hope
Oh,
at all.
she heard you.
One of my
She's like, I got you,
favorite
Mouse.
TTRPGs is 10 Candles. And if you're familiar with 10 Candles, no matter what you do, your characters are not making it. It's over. When
Is
that
her
last candle
sticker
goes out,
on her
every-
thermos a bathing suit?
Oh, I know what you mean there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that is.
like-
It looks like it has like the two boob cups, something to cover the midriff, and there's like some straps hanging down.
There's a heart there next to it. I think I can see that, maybe.
Or it's a fist.
Or a fist, yeah. Yeah, that could be the...
I am woman, hear me roar type.
yeah, it's not like a Black Power fist. It's
I blew up that picture I took from last week.
Huh. I'm still unconvinced as to what it could be. There you go. Thank you, Rogan.
Outfit of some kind.
I don't know.
One is dead or irrevocably changed. And
Stop
yes,
using fancy words.
when you go into a game of 10 Candles, you go in with the understanding that you are playing to make it. Even though you know your character isn't going to. You don't get the full experience of 10 Candles if you go in and know,
Stop it.
Okay, I'm going to die, so why bother? Why bother? You have to feel that hope. And sad stories, no matter their ending, give us that avenue.
Yeah, Dark Wolfster has a point. Could it be a jester hat and a face with a beard? I could see that.
There are a lot
I can
of
see
horror
that.
movies that are like this as well. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Cargo, right? Incredibly sad movie where a father becomes zombified and straps his infant daughter to his back and carries her until she reaches safety. And we hope the whole time, seeing him become a zombie, we want him to make it. He doesn't make it, but his daughter lives on.
Spoiler.
Oh, that is a faux pas.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Fifi.
Not forever, listen. But that's why I think sad stories are coming up, because we live in such, I hate to say they're unprecedented. They are precedented at this point.
Yeah,
But we live in such times where hope.
Yeah, now that I'm starting to feel it, Joe. More I think about it, it's going to be a Kickstarter. That's what Black Lodge said. They're like, dude, you got to do a Kickstarter. And I'm like, I don't know the first thing about doing that. So I'll be relying on people who have done it successfully before, like those guys. But yeah, I'm now thinking before the end of the year, we'll get it out. I also want it to be one of those campaigns where like most of the work is already done. And then it's like a very, very short ramp up to, delivery. It's not going to be like Matt Colville where it's like 3 years before you see something. We're talking like maybe, a very, very reasonable amount of time.
Such an important emotion to feel. And I think that's one of the main avenues in which we can experience hope.
I forgot what the question
She's about to take her
Chronically
sip.
online, so when I see the shit, what? You know, right?
I think they are sisters.
But I need to see him. I need to see him face to face.
I think they have the same nose. Now I'm wondering if they're twins.
Yeah.
Or the one on the right is older.
Listen to and watch other people.
I see where you say they could be twins. I don't think they are though.
I think that they're sisters. The one on the right is the older sister.
Yeah, because the one on the right just has a kind of a different frame, just a little bigger. That's all. I think the Fifi's just a little daintier.
Well, and sad.
Here come turtle.
Well, they're doing it. so I can do it too.
Turtle looks like Amy Farrah Fowler from Big Bang Theory.
Sadness is spreading. But I've seen this multiple times. People will watch the hard, listen to the
Is that Mayim Bialik or whatever?
It is.
Say,
Okay.
wow, I just listened to
Yeah, I could see that.
Is a dungeon. I can't believe I waited this
Wonky.
long. And then a week later, they're like, wow, I just made my character cry for the first time in their campaign. That was so great. You all should watch this. And they're like, I'm going to listen to this sad story, and then I'm going to be sad myself. So we're just realizing that we can do it.
I think it's about connection. Like if you look historically at like Greek tragedies, right, and like
Mongo speaks.
You know, people in ancient civilizations used to use acting and storytelling. It was really for connection, right, to understand experiences outside of one's own. For me, the reason that I love sad storytelling.
I can't believe people would waste time at like a convention, like sitting through something like this. I mean, even though there's probably not a lot of people in that crowd, I'm just gonna scoot out of here a little. But God, this would be just so fucking boring. Listening to people who don't know anything about anything.
Like chilling in your underwear, that's a very different you than the person that shows up to your TTRPG game.
Chris, we talk about falling down all the time.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Rogan especially. Rogan is always like, man, falling down. I appreciate it more and more every year.
Absolutely.
We all do. We all do.
People and their opinions and, you know, what they want.
Even Mongo's voice is overweight, Chris. Or Patrick.
And you're taking that into account, it can be really hard to also think about what you need and what you want and what matters to you. And I think that a lot of times we get into situations where we don't trust our gut, where we try to push through, we try to, you know, make things okay for other people. And I feel like there should be a little less of that, and instead we should work on giving more grace. If we want
bingo.
to trust in our spaces enough to be able to tell these sad stories, enough to be able to not just offer them, but to also.
Oh, brother.
I think that more people need to start listening to their gut and use better communication so that people understand where you're coming from. To me, that's going to make for the best sad story.
How to do sad stories. This is just so retarded.
That line toward the end of Falling Down, that, you know, I'm the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy, yeah.
How'd that happen? You know,
Yeah.
that part was so like, pow, you know?
Yeah. So, because it was so earnest.
It's
like
he goes through all that shit, you know.
Yeah, it's like
for something pure in that what he thought was pure, you know, devastation, and these, you know, their cops are confronting him.
Yep. Smelling burnt toast. Thank you, Man of War. Well, probably time we throw the towel in on the regular portion of the show.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Gracias.
Hit the like button.
Yeah, make sure before you guys who aren't sticking around for O&R.
Hit the like button. For those that aren't sticking around, go sub to Wonky's channel.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Up, we got another advertisement coming right here.
April 1st. Oh, there we go. Number 10.
Yep,
Mad
yep,
Scribe.
yep.
Guys, support it.
Oh, he's got a copy coming. Check your mailbox,
Yep.
Double D.
I will. And knowing Chris, he gives one for me and one for you. I'm gonna.
Yes, he did say the word copies.
Copies.
All right.
That means one of you lucky bums.
WotC's.
One of you crumb bums is getting a free copy. Oh, there we go, Cal.
Your name is Toby.
Oh, never forget. Never forget.
Where you going? Where you going?
Thanks for the show. Gotta head out for dinner.
Red Lobster?
Hope it's something good, TWB, and thank you, brother. All right. Well, hey. Long live Mad Scribe. Absolutely. Long live Double D. Long live Wonky. And your fantastic art, brother. Chris.
Jeff from Dankar's got to go.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You guys are leaving?
Chris Miller's getting chicken wings.
All right.
Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Marvelous Mr. Mean wants to get in on the action. He deserves something.
We dumping chump. It's a landslide, sir.
A landslide. Great stream tonight. Have a great live play. Thank you, Mr. Mean. We will do that. Yeah, thanks everybody for showing up. If you're just here for the regular portion, you have my permission. You can go. But for those of you hardcores that like to stick around for a little bonus action, well, we got something for you. Yes, Mongo eat wings. I'll be eating wings at the Anchor Bar tomorrow. Famous first chicken wings ever.
Yeah.
Anchor Bar, Buffalo. I'll be catching the penguins and sabers too.
I got a rock.
All right, guys. Like I said, O&R on the way. The rest of you guys, peace.
Good night, everybody.
You remember this, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Forget us for a moment here.
S for Dodd. That's Spanish for Isn't It the Truth? That's from In Living Color. Edgelord says you're in his neighborhood tomorrow, Double D.
Oh, nice. Edgelord. Yeah. You go to the Sabres Pens game tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you there. Yep, going up to mighty Buffalo. I'll be quietly rooting against the home team. I am a
You'll be
Pens
shuffling
fan.
off to Buffalo.
Yeah. If I had my way. All right. So last time, if you recall, you met up with the heathens. You remember the heathens, don't you, boys? Oh, yeah. Hecto the Klepto. He's the one in the middle, I believe. Brute Dan on the left, who beat up folks right here. Beat up Tyrus for his map. So these guys are ahead of you, sort of. You kind of caught up to him at the Dragon's Teeth Henge. And I think, Otto, you made acquaintance with Light Hands Lizzie.
Did.
Kind of seemed to dig you a little bit, you know.
I had no hard feelings towards her. She found my caltrop.
Yeah.
And I spotted her coming.
Yeah. No harm, no foul. All right. So you guys kind of let them get ahead of you to go into the Forbidden Zone, where you will find this sunken city, apparently, which contains riches.
We have a question here, Double D.
Does the guy on the far right have a shower cap stuck to his forehead? Like that?
No, that's his real hair.
Oh, you're talking about Gax Mandel.
Yep.
Love that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, that's Gax Mandel, brother. He's the party wizard. Yes.
Famous.
He's a famous wizard. Yeah.
Talks like Charles Nelson Riley.
Yum, 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 yum. Yeah. Yeah. He's the party wizard. Remember, you also have Marcellus and Malachi. Marcellus is the Stone Cold Steve Jackson. Malachi is the sort of
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Steve. Yes. Did I say Steve Jackson?
Yeah.
Steve Jackson on the brain. Steve Austin. Malachi looks like Axl Rose. All right, so your goal is to get to this sunken city where Tyrus has a map, which he thinks is legit, and will lead you to treasure. They have a copy of some of that map. the heathens who are in front of you. And they are on their way as well. You started out, traveled for a short period of time. You mean you haven't heard of Gax Mandel? Yeah. And this is where we left off. This is the Badlands. And it seems clear you're probably going to have to abandon your horses. Dungeons and Lasers go live. Ooh, nice. Thank you for the heads up.
Well, I don't see this as a problem. This is just an opportunity to shine.
Marcellus says, well, how the hell do we get down?
Well, if they got down, we can get down. I'd like to think that we have more higher thinkers on our party than they do.
Gax Mandel steps up close to the edge and is looking. He's like, there must be a way down, a switchback or something.
Well, did they leave a trail?
I don't know. You guys are looking around. Malachi. He starts going in one direction, maybe looking. Say off to the screen right as you see it there. He's like, well, maybe we ought to split up. That's Marcellus.
Sure.
Aurora says to you, I don't like this already.
This was unexpectedly expected. I give her that. That's all I can give her right now.
And I just remind everybody, a plan that can't be changed, it wasn't a very good plan to begin with.
See? High thinker right there.
Yeah. Gax Mandel overhears that and he says, just so, young man, just so. Okay. That is a 1. Malachi comes back. He has hardly said word 1 this whole time. But he just comes up and says, I found it. He's like, probably about a quarter mile down that way. He says, I saw tracks too. I think it's the way they went.
On horse?
He says, no, I see horses in the distance. And when you look, maybe you can see, but kind of behind you, some horses just kind of like wandering away, like back towards, civilization. All right. What do you guys do? Tyrus says, do we just leave our horses, abandon them? Do we even try to take them down?
Those horses will mingle with the other horses.
Well, it's like, I guess we'll be getting, if things go well, we'll be getting so much in riches, we won't have to worry about the cost of these horses.
Agreed.
All right.
Let's take the saddles and everything off them. Let's not burden them all.
Yeah. All right. So you can unsaddle them, unburden them, take your packs. Everybody's looking at each other.
Well, yeah, divide up all the gear amongst us equitably.
All right. Malachi just says, I'll show you the way.
All right.
Do you have like a hear noise? Otto? Ellen?
I do have a hear noise.
Is it like out of die 6?
It is.
Yeah. Why don't you do a hear noise?
So it says 1 to 3. Does that mean I want to?
You need to roll a 1, 2, or a 3.
I did not.
Okay. All right. So, you guys unsaddle the horses, get your bags. You're now kind of burdened a little bit, but that's fine. You're just leaving the saddles there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure enough, You just kind of walk a quarter mile. And yeah, there is a set of switchback steps that go down. Ooh, nice.
Wasn't Otto one of the... I'm trying to think of that character we had on. He played in Gary Gygax's game. Who's our guest that was one of the originals? And he was in.
Oh, Rob Kuntz. Yeah,
Rob Kuntz has had a character named what? Robilar?
Yeah, it's Robilar. Yeah.
Wasn't Otto one of Robilar's henchmen?
Oh, I think you're right. Cal can probably verify that. I believe so.
Does ring a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a powerful name you chose.
Maybe it chose me.
No, you chose it after you became a man.
After
you transitioned. Yeah, after your top surgery, you transitioned.
Yes.
Cal says he believes so. Yeah.
Dragon Slayer.
We are Uriah. Yeah, we are. Yep. All right. Yeah. So, you just give me your marching order. I need an order.
Axl Rose first, me second.
I'll be right behind you.
I say Malachi. It should be Mordecai. Sorry. I misspoke. You're second?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'll be after with Aurora.
Marcellus in the rear. All right, you guys start to go go down this switchback stair, and it's tricky, but it's not dangerous. Okay, so just a little bit of caution. No need to make any rolls. You start to descend down into this canyon, I guess, for lack of a better word. It's kind of like the Grand Canyon. What you're seeing though is like it's predominantly made up of like dark dust, like dark dirt, like something blasted this landscape. And Gax Mandel reminds you the result of Anuaya's wrath, the wages of pride, he says.
And who was he?
Anuaya, the god of the Archaeans.
Oh.
Yeah. They got a little too uppity for their own good, remember?
And they were
3 of them, the Trium, apparently, thought they were better than a god. And you know what the god said? Oh, yeah?
Not today.
Suck on this. You went Travis Bickle on him. Suck on this. And he blew their city apart. That's apparently what you're looking at here.
Oh, this was a city at one point.
Well, a city and its environs. When you get closer, you'll find out. You'll supposedly find the actual city. You know, the remains.
Tell you what happened. They built pyramids on top of this.
Yes, drilled down 2,000
to right off in the top corner in the right.
Those are mountains.
Oh, not pyramids.
Yeah, mountains. Not. Yes, in fact, one kind of looks strangely like there's a wisp of smoke. But you get to the bottom, and then everybody kind of maybe turns to Tyrus and says, "Hey, where do we go?" And he's like, "Well, I think we maybe head mainly for that volcano, that direction."
Mm-hmm.
It's eerily quiet as you're going. And then occasionally you'll hear like a not like animal, like somebody is like hooting and hollering.
Oh. Feet print on the ground.
You must have taken a different trail than the heathens because you don't see any right now. But as you move in a little bit, you do see some cross traffic. Maybe not going the same direction, but cross traffic. And then you do hear like people or something coming from ahead. Like a large number. Probably 200 yards ahead of you. Now, you do have areas where you can take cover and hide behind. You know, these canyon structures. It seems like these voices, these marching steps are slowly heading towards you.
Yeah, we need to hide.
Yeah.
All right. Just like hide and seek. Just like trying to explain to me how you're doing it. Kind of like look down. You can kind of see the structure. You know, you're looking at basically something or some group of creatures coming down like an alleyway between two of these, canyon-like structures.
We'll skirt around them. We'll go around, to the left or to the right, whatever's best, and then kind of trail forward, being as stealthy as possible.
Are you just determined just head go that way and then like go the opposite direction, or are you trying to like see anything and get?
I think that we're gonna go in the opposite direction, go like around one of those things, and then me and is it Malachi or Mordecai? Mordecai will stay behind, and scout it out.
All right. So is that good with you? And
yeah.
Aurora kind of looks at you and says, "Oh boy, already, huh?"
We'll be all right.
She just whispers to you, Otto. She just says, "Be careful."
I grab her and kiss her passionately.
What?
Hey-o.
I had to make sure that Rogan was still awake.
Yeah.
On the request line by Howard Hughes.
There we go. Mordecai, Three Finger Brown. All right, so you and him. You go off. Or you kind of double back to maybe see
that is correct.
What's going on. Okay. And what you see is a long column of these creatures. Now, who are these creatures?
Oh boy. Oh. Like that's the size of the column too?
Yeah, that's like the size of the column. Now, they appear to be subhuman.
Mm-hmm. About 40 to 400 of them?
40 to 400. What you see, though, as they're going by, Otto, is they are dragging someone who looks like a captive. It's Light Hands Lizzie.
Oh boy. Is she alive?
She is alive.
Is she near the end, the middle?
More towards the back. So you're watching. They've now passed, you of course can still track them. They don't seem to be in a hurry. They appear to be going back to somewhere they were, or somewhere, maybe like there's a safe place. In other words, they don't appear to be in pursuit of anybody. It's almost
Yeah.
like they found something, and they are bringing whatever it is back.
So she, like, it's like one guard with her or two guards with her?
So she's at the tail end of that column.
Mhm.
There's two, they look like orcs that are dragging her. And then there's like one orc at the very end.
What's the distance of those three from the rest of the pack?
We'll say because they're dragging her, you know, they're a little ways behind. So maybe there's like 25, 30 feet in between those three and, you know, the rest of the column. And remember, everybody's facing forward. So,
Right.
you know, Mordecai looks at you and says, "Are you getting some funny ideas there, kid?"
I am.
He's like, "Well, we might as well find out how we fight." He's like, "You want to do this by ourselves?"
Yeah.
All right. How do you want to play it?
We'll sneak up behind the last one, take him out.
All right.
And then hopefully have the drop on the other two.
He's like, "I can do that." He's like, "They appear to be staggering, you know, getting more staggered." He's like, "Let's wait a moment and then strike."
Yep.
All right. So you guys are waiting. I tell you what.
From what I saw, were her hands bound?
Yes. All right. Look, I think we need a sneak roll, a move silently roll.
Okay.
This is going to be a tough one. By the way, you guys, when you went up a level, you both have a reroll to your credit.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I won't need that reroll right now, my good man. I went from a 37 to a 40, and I got a 38.
Whoa.
So actually going up that level actually just did it.
Yeah.
Because I was 37.
You get a surprise attack.
I'm going right for the throat, so he can't scream.
Yep. I think we can do that. All right, so your AC here is a 6. Believe you have some probably some backstabby stuff
Yep,
too.
So I need a 9.
All right.
9 or lower, correct? Or 9 or higher?
9 or higher.
Okay.
9 or higher, yeah.
12.
Attaboy.
I rolled a 12. I don't even know what I add, to be honest.
You for a third level thief, you might not be
It
adding
didn't
anything.
add.
Yeah, you might not be adding anything.
Okay. So is a straight up hit then.
Yeah, perfect. All right, roll that. This is where it comes in. You need that backstab damage.
And for backstab, I +4 to hit, and I do double damage. I rolled 6.
So if you had a +4 to hit for backstabbing, then you would
add my +4.
So you'd have really hit him, yeah. But double damage is what I guess we are.
No double D. You did it for me on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So I needed a. You said it was a 6.
Yep.
It was a 13 on top and 9 on the bottom. That's where I got the 9 from.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll figure that out. Yeah. The damage is all important here.
I rolled a 2 and a 4. So.
All right. That's enough. Before he can choke out a cry, you silently take him to the ground.
And then move him behind a pillar thing.
Yeah. You move him behind a spare rock. Mordecai comes up behind you and says, "Attaboy, kid." He pats you on the back. And
we're not done yet.
Yep. He's like, "Want to get these two now?"
Yep.
And get her? All right. Roll again. Sneak.
Another sneak.
I'll do the same for him.
36.
Damn.
He's good because he got a 43.
So he made it 2?
He made it 2.
Oh, he's a little higher level than me. Okay. Noted.
All right.
They then Stone Cold is with the rest of our party. Right now, it's just me and Mordecai.
Yep. It's just the 2. What'd you get?
For a 36.
Yep. Attack roll now.
Okay.
Your free attack.
10. I rolled a 10. 9. I got it.
Yeah, you got it. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to miss unless you want to give your reroll to him.
Let me see my damage first because
Yep.
I might need to.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that one was only 4 damage. I rolled a 3 and a 1. I will give my reroll to him. Did he miss again?
No, I got a 19.
Oh, it's not in focus over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. All right. That's enough for his. He takes his down. The other one turns around. Now it's initiative.
Okay.
We'll see if you guys really do have to win initiative here. So it's group initiative. You roll. Okay. It's die 6. Remember.
Die 6. I remember that.
I got a 3.
I got a 4. It's right here.
All right. If you can take them down, both of you, before if you can't, you may be in some serious trouble here.
I missed.
Oh fuck. Okay.
He missed too.
So did he.
Did you use your reroll?
He rolled. He did his reroll on that other.
Yeah.
guy.
Okay.
That's how he got the second guy down.
He missed with his backstab on that with a 6.
Well, that's a +4, right?
Remember, it's not backstab anymore.
Oh.
This guy's aware of you now.
Okay.
Flank bonus?
Flank bonus?
Travis is saying, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe with the flank. Hold on. I must consult the Book of Armaments here.
He would get a flank because we didn't get to use our backstab on this one. So he would get a flank of a +2. But would that even have come into play? Might not even.
Mm-hmm.
Page 256, Travis is saying.
Damn, that was fast.
Just to show you, I am legit. Yeah. Yeah. I think with the flank he hits.
Okay.
Would Mouse have hit? He would get the flank as well, right?
I didn't. I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay.
And I needed a 9.
All right. These are first level orcs.
He was already hit before too, wasn't he?
No.
This is a new
This
guy.
is the third and last guy, remember.
Okay.
Remember there was 3. There's 2 holding her. And then the guy at the tail end who you took out at the very start. So this is the last guy as the trail is like slowly moving ahead, and they're kind of like, you know, they're doing the where there's a whip, there's a way. So it's like they don't hear this. And he got 5. It's a first level orc, 5 hit points.
So that worked. Wait, so he's done.
He's dead.
Oh.
We take very quickly.
Yeah, Lizzie is like holding her hands up, like cut me free.
And I'll do it.
Yeah. And she's also gagged too.
That might be best. I mean, I'll cut her hands free and remove the gag. Like, I can cut her hands free. She can remove her own gag. Yeah. We're going to take these orcs and push them behind one of those pillars. You know, like those rock
and
pillars.
she grabs one too. She picks up what you're putting down. You know, there's we'll say, you know, there's a spot you can drag him behind.
What were they fighting? What did he have?
Just like a cleaving sword, like a short cleaving sword.
I'll give her that.
Yeah, she's like, well, it's better than nothing. And then she's like, well, I owe you one now, like big time. She's like, where's the rest?
I could ask the same about you.
She's like, we got set upon pretty quick. She's like,
And
well,
you're the only survivor.
No, they ran off. They didn't even try to save me. That's sort of the heathen's motto, you know, every person for themselves.
Why don't you roll with us?
She's like, well, I just might. She's like, maybe we ought to get back before they discover.
We're going to run double time back to our group.
And before you know it, you guys see the three of them coming up. You see Light Hands Lizzie with a few cuts, scrapes, and bruises. And she says, you know, hello again. She's like, I can show you which way we'd not to go, which is the way we went.
That might be helpful.
She's like, I recommend we do a wide berth around. And
they left you behind?
Well, yeah. She's like, yeah, part of me can't blame them. I mean, she's like, it would have been suicide to fight all of them. But then I think of what my fate would have been if they hadn't, if you hadn't come and risked your lives for me. She looks at you and Mordecai and says, I owe you both a blood debt.
That's strong.
I've had top surgery.
A blood debt or 500 gold. She asks you inquisitively. Mordecai says, 500 gold's fine with me. As he chuckles. And then she looks at you.
I'll give you my answer later. Tonight over a water skin.
She kind of smiles at you and says, deal. You can show me your top scars. So Tyrus says, well, you know, maybe we should veer around, you know, and Marcellus says, yeah, let's not wait around for more of them to come. So as you guys start taking a little loop around, which is kind of a lateral move, and then kind of veer your way back in, you do come across this. Lizzie says, what the heck is that?
Is that like scarecrows?
Yeah. Meant to scare us off. In the distance,
you can even see more of those in the distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're marking their territory.
She's like, I don't know what patrols these grounds, but we got to be a lot more careful than I thought. Aurora comes up to you, Rorik, and she's like, I don't trust her. Maybe it's that whole feminine, like, she's like, I don't trust her.
I'd be crazy to talk otherwise. I'm like, I agree with you.
Maybe they should have just left her for the orcs.
That's what those heathens did. I think we're better than that.
She's like, I got a feeling she's going to stab us in the back the first opportunity.
Well, we'll be ready for it.
And she says, and you know what? Our friend is a pure mark for that kind of stuff. That she's going to use her wiles on him. Cut to like front of the line where Lizzie's walking side by side with you, Otto. So tell me a little bit more about yourself. What do you like to do?
Long walks.
What's your sign?
Yeah, what's your sign? All right. That's probably a good place to stop. You guys see these scarecrows. I presume you're not going to turn back.
Chat, who's the perfect person to play Lizzie?
Ooh, yeah. There we go.
I know who I'm rooting for. We'll see if the chat reads my mind.
All right.
How old is this girl?
I'd I mean, for the sake of everything, say she's just a little older than you, 19, 20, maybe.
Okay. A young Sandra Bullock.
Erin Gray, Winona Ryder, Salma Hayek. No.
Hey, what's that girl who's playing Snow White?
Oh, yeah. Rachel Zegler, yeah. Duh. The answer was in front of us the whole time.
Evangeline Lilly.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
We're getting a lot of suggestions. Who were you thinking of?
I'm going to take it back because I guess I don't know why, but I thought she was blonde and no one's mentioning a blonde.
She could be.
Nah. Oh, the crowd. Yeah, thank you, Surly. What color hair? I don't know why, but I thought she was a blonde.
1, 2, or 3, it's blonde. 4, 5, or 6, it's dark.
Dark hair.
Dark hair.
Not a ginger?
A 7 would have been a ginger.
Oh, 7 out of 6, yeah. All right, guys.
Everyone, thank you so much.
Yep, thank you all, especially those of you that stick around to the end. All right.
Thanks for the flanking reminder.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Travis.
Yeah, as you can tell, Travis, I'm a little overworked on these streams, so sometimes I will miss a few rules. But yeah, good job, everybody.
Absolutely.
Most of all, you.
Your name is Toby.
That's right. Your name is Toby. All right, guys, take care. We love you. We'll see you next week. And peace.
Peace.
Send you out with something here.
Hello.
Well, perhaps there is a simple answer. Not an easy answer, but simple. If you and I have the courage to tell our elected officials that we want our national policy based on what we know in our hearts is morally right, we'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines in my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by like dusk to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got the dues in life to pay. Yeah, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. I know everybody says you got to lose to know how to win. Half my life's in books, written pages, living, learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, just for today. Maybe tomorrow the good Lord will take you away. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream the devil dream come true. Dream on, dream on, dream on, dream until your dream come true.
has the American people hold in their hearts deep and devoted love of country, then there is nothing that this nation cannot achieve. The best is yet to come.